Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WRC League. This is the WRC League US Finals. My name is Stanley, and today I'm joined with Lucas, or not, also known as Navitas.
Yeah, hey Stanley. This is gonna be a cool, fun event on here. We get to see. I'm a big fan of like an online tournament which gets to decide in WRC Seat. This is fun. It's fun to have like an online tournament with like some pretty high stakes for anyone trying to make it to Japan.
Yep. So today's finals the winner of this entire series. So this is the semis, and then there will be a finals afterwards. There will be two Hanchan sets each, with two Hanchans for semis. Top advances to the finals. There are four tables. You can see them on the right panel, and then at the finals, the winner of that two Hanchan set will receive a WRC seat. So there will be a non-quota WRC seat presented by the WRC organization. So WRC is in Japan. It's in June or July, and this is the final chance for basically anyone to get a seat. So we're here. So today we're featuring Table 2. If you want to watch Table 1 and Table 3, you can see it on the World Richie YouTube channel. They are streaming on their end as well. But today we'll be focusing on Table 2 for the semifinals, featuring Wenchin Wang, Dennis Sharkey, Edward Zhang, and Kevin Zhu. And we should be starting anytime soon. But so just a little background about these people. Wenchin and Kevin is from PML, from the SF Bay Area. Dennis is from DC Mahjong, and I believe Edward is currently residing in Philly, but he has already received a seat, and he is representing Canada in WRC. So it's funny if he does win, but we have finally started. Currently, Edward's our first dealer, followed by Wenchin. Across is Dennis, and on the left is Kevin. And
Yeah, already we got two hands starting with Yaku High pair, and it's gonna be the first one called. We're on the left, already securing the Hatsu. Dealer also starting with the double Ton and Dora as well. So very strong dealer hand here. It immediately gets the east. So gonna go ahead and just drop the 5-pin, holding that Dora 8-pin. Is currently Ishanten, would have to potentially drop the Dora, but it's holding it for now, hoping to try to connect to that.
yeah, I mean, we'll probably most likely drop the Dora, but Kevin's trying to catch up. Oh, are you gonna hold the penchant if this was you, or nah?
That's a kind of a tough one. Waiting the Dora indicator 7-pin, that's a very tough one. You can go either way there. I think either option has its benefits. This one's a lot faster, so if you just want to try to focus on winning the hand, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, I sometimes in competitive it's just more worth to just throw away value. Yeah, Edward's just gonna drop the 8-pin Dora because he just doesn't
I would still try to pair it up. You haven't seen any of them, and if you pair it up, you have a Mungon hand. But I decides to go for the. Oh no!
Aww.
Yeah, see, this is just like such a backfire. Because like this is a 12k hand if you just greed the Dora a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to try to get it out of the hand, and unfortunately, it did backfire pretty hard.
Yeah, it's unfortunate backfire. That's already temp by Kevin on the left. Has Hatsunomi on con 6-pin. There's currently 2 left in the wall. Thankfully, on this client, it's actually very obvious which the dealing tiles are, because it's just like bright red compared to the rest of the screen.
And well, here's the dealer making it into the Ramen Tempai. There's 3 of the 1 mon being held currently across the table.
Yeah, and 2 of the 4 mons are also out.
Oh, nice filling that Kanchan. So the Ipe Ko Richi here. Jean-Paul, but there's this one.
Yeah, but Kevin will then sumo. Yep. So now Wenchin's our dealer. Has Hatsu pair. Followed by Dennis on the right. He does have East pair Dora, but Kevin on the cross will mochi it. So there's a chance that both of them go Otozuke, but
there's a chance Torin's also just Chito Ishanten at the moment. So see how that ends up playing.
Oh, but that's an interesting.
Oh, they break away from the Ishanten.
Yo, I'm pretty surprised. I think it's pretty hard to break from Chitoi Ishan here.
Yeah, could have maybe considered just like a 3-pin if you want to try to keep all your pairs as well as the sequence, but is just going to focus on a normal hand. Meanwhile, dealer has been able to make 2 calls here. They did go Autozuke for the Hatsu, and now it's just Tenpai for the 1-han hand.
Yeah, 3-6 so. There's currently 6 left in the wall. And also, there's a chance that Kevin across will be in trouble if he draws the 7 so. But overall, everyone's hand is still pretty developing. It's gonna be weird if Kevin and Dennis will be Mochi Mochi. Oh, so yeah, Kevin's decided to Toyman currently has decided to Autozuke on the east. So there's no chance of them basically winning this hand ever from here on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really see how this one can win from this point.
Meanwhile,
oh, Khan.
Khan. New door is Tuso. Okay. So hard for dealer to currently use this, but currently has 40 fu. So will be 2,000 instead of 1,500.
It potentially help Dennis if the hand comes together, though. It's just so much slower than dealer here. It's hard to imagine anyone else getting this one.
Yeah, I have Nathaniel just ringing back to my head. It's 2-3-4 Sanshoku, but currently the shapes don't really favor this because you're probably going to cut the 2-5. Holding a 9-pin right now for a safe tile.
Interesting.
Oh, this is bad because now they have Tuso. They're slightly pivoting into Chitoi, maybe? At least leaving it alive. We're currently floating the chance. Yeah.
I see just a Keiten Chi on the left.
Yeah, Kevin across is Tenpai, but once again, 6-so east. And, you know, these 3 6-sos haven't decreased a single at all. There's just still 6 in the wall.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, I didn't expect this hand to go on this long. We're still going, though. Alright, there's going to be the Yaku-less Tenpai achieved.
Yep, there's no Yaku, but it's currently 4-so 5-pin. Currently, it's still on the Haitei line, so could Haitei versus Yaku. Oh, so this is a 6-so.
Yeah. Speaking of Yaku-less Tsumo.
Oh, Kevin will break the 3-6-3-pin. Probably the safest entry in to just maintain your K10.
I wonder if I really cut something that was safe against dealer.
Oh, that's also a Yaku-less Sumo.
There's so many Yaku-less Sumo.
And then the 3-pin.
Yaku-less wins going all the way around.
Yeah. So currently...
The 6-0 would deal in, but it's currently no 10, so it's not going to come out.
Oh, I forgot this client just covers
up. Ooh, 3-so draw.
I think it's going to be a deal in here. Yeah, Wenshin will win his Hatsunomi for 2,000.
Oh, and an excellent starting hand here. It's got the one of the door 3-pin. The Monzu shape, I guess, could be a little bit better, but really nice Pinzu tiles here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the right, there's a Haku pair. Most has a chance of going fast. Across
Sozu draws.
Wow, Sozu.
Across the way.
22 Shanten, nice. I believe. And on the left is just has Pei pair or North pair for Yakuhai, but could just play this one as well. Menzen.
Not a full commit into the Honitsu across the way, although now I'm just gonna keep the west. Yeah. Just drop the Hatsu to hold the Pinzu and Monzu, just floating the idea of a normal hand.
Yeah, because the Kevin pairs up the west across. That's just gonna be so huge for him. Would also be I believe Chitoi like Ishan. Oh wait, this is Chitoi Ishan. Menho Chitoi. Yeah.
It's also like is like a confirmed like Ipeko as well. So
yeah,
you know, so it's one away for normal hand as well at the same time.
I'm kind of not incentivized to really call here. I mean, since
calling for Honitsu Nomi here seems like such a waste.
Yeah, but
I agree. I would pass.
We'll
so
just go a little bit wider. Yeah.
It doesn't actually directly make it wider, but it does. It is like just nice to have another so tile, obviously. Yeah. Door draw, but actually not committed. I was gonna say I feel like you're kind of committed into this hand, but was not. Anyways, there comes the 5-pins. It's gonna shut this down anyways.
Yeah, we'll be 5-pin drawn dealing for Edward, and now we're in East 3. Actually, this is actually not that bad of a high pie for Dennis. He actually has,
breaking
like,
away from the 1-mon right away.
yeah,
Maybe could have started the honors there, but doesn't like the 1-3-4 shape.
yeah.
On the right, another
Meanwhile,
Yaku High. More Yaku High pairs. This is a game that's just been all about quick Yaku High pair wins.
man, we might be speedrunning for like a 20-minute player interview while we wait for the final table to start.
This one's been quick, flying through this game. These players are playing quite fast, I will say.
Yeah, I mean the timer is still like the regular 5+10 10-hole timer, but or surprise. Yep, and then Kevin on the right will call Hatsu. He's actually been calling a lot this Hanchan.
Yeah.
But I mean that's pretty normal considering the pace, like the current pace of the game.
It's pretty normal. I mean, I'm not sure what else that hand's doing. It's got like Kanchan. It's got like the other pair. It's just like, yeah, if you have the chance to call, just call.
He's gonna cut the 8-pin to determine his pair 6-pin. But he's like, it's like 5, or he's like 3 Kanchans right now. So, yeah. Across, Edward is slowly building his hand, slightly floating the idea of Chanta, maybe Sanshoku, or just Yakuhai Nomi. He did cut the Haku early, so he does probably intend to go on fast, but we don't know. On the left,
So it could be a Tanyo shift here. You might want to just drop a 9 so. No, actually breaking the other direction. So this doesn't give a. It still gives a Tanyo a chance, which is a lot harder.
Yeah, but probably just wants to float 2 pairs. Yeah, probably just wants to float 2 pairs. Probably really values the 3-mon draw. That's probably why you cut this over shifting to Tanyo. Meanwhile, Dennis here draws a 7, so we'll cut 5-pin. Currently 2 Shanten still, but the shapes are really good.
Yeah, just needs to find another block and it'll be Ishanten.
Yeah, unfortunately drawing the 4-so will be Furry 10, but you'll probably even take it just because
6-mon was Tanyo Ishanten. I might have thought about keeping that one. It's a little bit of an ugly Ishanten, but it is Ishanten and it does have Tanyo.
Yeah, and then if you draw the 5-mon, you still get Pinfu too.
Yeah.
Chun will be pulling the cross by Edward. Currently it's still Ishanten. That's the dream.
How about this Ishanten?
I'm pretty sure you just cut an 8-so or 5-so.
I feel like you gotta take this one.
I mean, 5-so is like completely safe, pretty much, almost. Whoa.
Doesn't take it. Does not like this Ishanten. I wonder what he's seeing here. Got plans with the Sozu shape, which it doesn't even seem like that great a Sozu shape because you've already cut the 9-so. Either way, it's gonna be a Tsumo on the 2-so.
Yeah,
and another cheap hand.
Yep, when we're in East 4, the points have barely changed. We are a 30,000 point start. Currently first place is our dealer sitting at 31,200. This is going to be a pretty scrappy game overall. So
it definitely could be a very tight south round here if things keep going this way.
Yeah, currently Kevin is pairs up to 4-mon.
There's a chance. Oh, okay, we have someone passing a Yaku High call here. I'm gonna try for something more than just a cheap win here.
But Kevin's currently Ishanten right now. It's gonna be very fast. Fills the 8-so. Might slam Richie immediately. Oh, he does. It's gonna be 2 5-so. All the 5-sos are dead. But he pots 2-so. It's gonna be drawn by.
Hold on, this is not a chase. Ramen, not willing to chase. I guess would have had to push a Dora and wasn't willing. So okay, yeah, gonna just take a step back. So Haku, and then you can incorporate Tanya plus Dora. That's actually quite reasonable.
It's gonna be a Sumo. It's gonna be a Sumo here by Kevin. Rishi Pinfu Sumo for 1,300.
7-mon pawn. I don't quite get that one. But either way, it gave the Sumo.
Gave it Sumo. But to be fair, 6-so is a very expensive deal-in. So
yeah, no, it made a lot more sense. I forgot temporarily that the 6-so was the Dora, so it made a lot of sense to break there.
Yeah, because if you do deal in, it's just. Because if it's just 7/8-so and you just deal in, it's just 12,000, and then you're just out of the run for the almost because the points are so close, right? So
yeah, and if you can also just try to use yourself, and you have a really nice hand. But
yeah,
either way, it is gonna be the dealer picking up the win there.
Yeah, currently Kevin's sitting with a Hatsu pair, with pretty good shapes overall. On the right, Edward's gonna call the 8-so. It's gonna be a Hatsu called by dealer.
Yeah, gonna try to go for a 1-han hand here. Yeah. Good shift into the Dora if it's drawn.
Yep. Across is pretty good shapes overall, and on the left, we have a potential Like maybe a lower Sanshoku in the future if we could get to 2mon. But we're gonna cut that. It's gonna be a 4-pin fill for Tenpai, most likely.
And which Tenpai are we gonna see taken here?
We're gonna take the
Goes for the
1mon.
Champon. It is one less tile, but generally the Champon is a little more flexible.
Champon was more flexible. Plus, if we draw a 6-pin, more flexible shapes in the future.
Yeah, either way you get the 6-pin, but you do get the 2. Oh yeah, nice chi. Shift to 3 6mon. This is nice.
Yeah.
Although the 6mon is all held on the right with that Dora Anko.
Wenshin might deal in here with 3mon. Will be Hatsunomi for 15 is 1800.
Shuts down the expensive hand on the right, so that's pretty big.
Okay, I think we might need a hand where someone doesn't start with Yakuhai pair. Because there's 2 players. Okay, it's gonna be East pawned by Wenshin across, but the Haku pair is on the left for Dennis. Might come out very quickly from Edward sooner or later if he doesn't use that as a safe tile. But he's
got a Toy on the left there. Does have 4 pretty strong pairs if you can find a 5th.
Yeah. Oh, but South is gonna be paired up by our dealer Kevin.
This is a really nice hand now. Let's see if any of these Yakuhai hands can shut it down.
Yeah. Across, it's gonna be a 2-pin Kitsuki with the 4-pin. Might break the 8-9-pin Penchon. Yep, and we'll break it. And Kevin did decide to pass the 8-pin, so he is probably a floating Toy most likely.
Yeah, good catch.
Yeah, but overall, if they don't get fast enough, like Kevin's gonna get Ricci pin Fudora 2, or even Ricci. I mean, even Ricci, like Ricci Dora is still really strong if he does get that, like on the 3-so Konchan. 8-pin will be drawn by Dennis, who is currently Ishan 10. But yeah.
Breaking away from the 7-8-so Ryanman, keeping both the pairs here. Like, I guess still really trying for either a Honitsu or a Toy. Not willing to cut the 6-pin.
Yeah, currently everyone's just stuck in Ishanten.
Thinking about a Tanya Pawn, and we do see it.
Yeah, but
takes the Ishanten.
Yeah, everyone's stuck in Ishanten at the moment, and the reason for that is because Edward's holding all the 3-pins, and and Toyman currently Wenshin is Konchan 3-pin on the left, Dennis is Penchon 3-pin. So we might be stuck here for a long time in this Ishanten state. It's gonna be a Karagiri 7-so. This Tenpai currently 3-6-pin 7mon. Oh, South is gonna be ongoed up here by Kevin. And Wenshin's gonna pawn the 4-so. Currently also on 3-pin. There is a Tamahane in this roll set. And Wenshin's gonna
con a 6-so.
6-so. Now, Kevin's the only one with 4 Dora right now. Oh, and he's gonna deal it. Edward's gonna deal in here for Konchan. It's gonna be East Nomi. 40 Fu will be 1300. And probably with some home payments.
Alright. Well, South 1, no one's pulled away yet. Still continuing just to see a bunch of small hands.
Yeah.
Although, we'll see if Toyman can change that. Dora Anko.
Yeah.
Close to Tanya as well, if you can pick up a 4mon.
Yep. Edward will pair up the Hatsu here. Has a pretty quick hand overall. Might just be shutting down this 8mon, but that's a really good 6-pin draw across.
Yeah, probably just gonna see the 9mon come out.
9mon cut, probably. Yep, it's currently Ishanten. That Pinsu shape there is a Saminchon acceptance, 1-4-7-pin acceptance. So
I suppose you could have cut 7-so as well, since you did need a pair.
Yeah, you will. If you did cut 7-so, you could just play the widest Ishanten. That is the backfire.
Yeah, it's a good backfire there.
Edward is currently Ishanten, our dealer.
That's Tenpai.
Oh, that's Tenpai. 1-4, or 1-4mon, sorry. All the 1-mons are gone, and there's 3 4-mons left in the wall.
Oh, that guaranteed to come here. Unless the 1-mon deals in.
And then if you And then if Dennis sumos now, it'll be Formon. If they sumo Formon, it'll be Honeymon. And they'll probably break open the game with this. But I believe that's Kevin on the left, drawing a 3, so doesn't really want to fold yet because they're currently also Ishanten wants to challenge to shut this down. Oh, it will be the deal-in for Wenshin.
Oh, the 1-1 came out. That's going to be a painful deal-in.
Yeah, reach door 3 for 8,000.
Just throwing the Musuji there and gets punished.
Yeah. Wenshin himself didn't really have a safe tell. Also didn't really want to fold because he had really good shapes plus Ishanten.
Yeah, I mean, had honor. He wanted to fold, but wanted to try to fight. And didn't work at that time, but does now have the dealership to try to get some points back.
Yeah, we'll pull the Hatsu here. Probably... Yeah, we'll pull the Hatsu. Currently, Ishanten, he does cut the E-Sword 2-pin. I think he wants to float extra value, but yeah, just wants to wrench on here to make up for some of the points that he lost earlier. Meanwhile, on the right, Dennis has some pretty good shapes overall. Might be fast if you could fill the pen 3 pin, or pen 3 so, sorry. Across, Kevin has some pretty decent shapes. Also stuck on 2-1 Mon, or 2-1 so Penchon. And then on the left, Edward has pretty good Benson shapes. Probably looking Sharichi. But that's Tenpai right now for Wenshin. On Kontuso, it's currently 2 in people's hands. And there's 2 left in the wall.
Yeah, if we can draw back the 9-mon, we'd get a nice little 1-on upgrade. But either way, just going to try to win a quick hand here.
Yeah. But then if we draw the 5-mon, we'll probably just try to slide up to get Dora instead. But we'll see how this goes because Tuso doesn't look like it'll come out of anyone's hands yet. Unless maybe like Dance draws like a 5-so or something to like, you know, drop.
I mean, just denying the Ishanten and immediately gets back into Ishanten.
Okay.
I guess that would have been Tenpai. Could have been Tenpai.
Yeah.
But
Wenshin
does now have Tanyo chance. We've seen a lot of people looking to try to like build their hand more rather than just taking the Ishantens. We've been seeing that a lot this game.
Oh, Dennis will fill the 5-so here. Currently Ishanten, I believe.
No, Dama 10. It was the Tenpai.
Oh, Dama Tenpai. 6-pin will be Takame Sanshoku.
Yeah. And has a Dora as well.
Yeah, 3
so
6
the cheap end is only just Pinfu Dora. But it
would have been end. But we'll still probably sumo here, right?
I had to imagine sumo Pinfu Sanshoku Dora. What are you thinking about?
Wait,
what?
What
happened?
Did he disconnect?
It must have been. I can't imagine what else happened. That's a disaster.
And then Winston's gonna draw the 2 plus turn, and he's gonna deal to Evan across.
What happened?
What happened?
That's the worst timing. What a swing.
Wait, he had to have disconnected or something, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah, because it looks like... No, okay, we're back now.
We're back, but...
Sorry? I don't know what happened there. Drew the perfect, like, Takame tile.
And then, like, even if your first, like, set points still matter, like, points matter overall.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna say no to 8,000 points? Anyways, well, next time, this one's actually really exciting for Toyman, who's got a whole lot of Sozu here.
Yeah. And
could be Toy Honitsu, which I guess... You know, it would definitely be a step in the right direction of making a comeback here.
Yeah, we're currently South 3. We are doing updates for Table 4 because they're not going to be on broadcast, unfortunately. But while we're South 3 here, Table 4 is only on East 4. Aaron's currently at 31,800, while Christie's at 31,200. And it looks like their game's also very cut close right now. Wenshin on the left did call Haku.
See if that... No, in the form on sticking with the Honitsu, I liked it.
Yeah.
Not tempted to drop the South here. South would be a big draw if they could pair that one up.
Okay,
another Sozu.
We're currently Chitoi Ishanten. We're also Ipeiko Ishanten.
Yeah, it's second time this game we've seen that.
We're we're everything Ishan 10 in this Hornet's Menhon hand.
This is another one where like you don't really want to call. You kind of just want it closed.
Yeah, because all your value is when you're closed here. Oh, it's gonna be definitely this is a wider shape.
Yeah, you add in the Tuso now.
Yeah. We'll lose the South, but even if you did draw the South, you'd be playing Chitoy, so it doesn't matter. It's currently 1-4, so Edward might deal in if he draws like. Actually, I don't know what he deals in on. Oh, we'll be Tenpai here.
It's Tenpai. That one's safe.
That one's safe, right?
Yeah, you can do like 4-7 so, or you can do Champon.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, 4-7 so. I mean, it makes sense. Goes with the Ricci as well, so make it a Mongon. Even on the cheap end.
Yeah, but Forso will be Takame Ipeiko, and it's currently on the same win as Wenchin. So Wenchin will not win if it does come out because it'll get a Tomahawk.
No, it's 4-7 versus 1-4. So they're both winning on the 4, but
yeah, the ones are held. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was like looking across and I was like, oh, I see tiles light up.
Yeah. The red one is red across the way.
Yeah. Currently, 1-7 so left, and 1-4 so left, and no more 1-sos.
I'm getting word from the Twitch chat that there was a UI issue potentially on like there was like the Ricci button covering the Tsumo button or something, and like unfamiliar with the interface, and ended up like just not finding the Tsumo button in time. Something weird.
I have actually seen this bug before. It actually has happened to me. Oh, this is
not quite Tenpai.
This is Ishan 10.
No, it is Tenpai. No, not Tenpai.
No, it's Ishan 10. We'll just hard fold this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're going to exhaustive here.
Yep, we're gonna do Koku most likely. 5-pin does look bad, but we probably will just push it.
Could go like 1-so as well if you think that's safer, because like you don't have a draw left. So just cut whatever you think is safer.
Okay.
All right.
Whoopie do Koku.
All last here. Nagariyame is off, so can't just end this with a cheap win as dealer here, but can try to increase the score while you have a chance to get points as dealer, which would be important for the next game in this set.
Yep, Dennis will pawn the Hatsu here. Probably will try to just secure the third, or sorry, second.
Yeah, let's see, is down by like 9,000 points, so if you can potentially find enough Dora, maybe you can reverse, or like a Honitsu would also be enough to get first place, but we'll see how that ends up drawing.
Yeah, unfortunately backfires immediately on the 4-pin discard, draws 5-3 pin immediately afterwards.
Dealer's already Menton Pin Ishan 10 with a Dora. This could be a massive 12k hand and just blow this lead out.
Yeah, but Dennis did draw 2, so most likely trying to look Honitsu, because Honitsu Dora for 8k. And then they sumo, so it'll be Orikabri for a first place swing. But how far are they apart actually? 9,000? Oh no, the direct run on anyone's also enough because they're also 1 stick plus 3.
Oh right, yeah, that last round, good catch. I forgot about the Ricci stick in the middle.
Yeah, it's currently 1 Ricci stick and 1 Homba, so 8k Ron will be enough. That's currently Wenchin doesn't have the right tiles to feed yet. He also doesn't really want to cut the 3 so because it's only way back in value. He really just wants to take any points. Even Mongon Sumo, even if he maintains 4th, will still be huge if he wants to Gyak 10 the following set. We'll draw the 7 so. He still doesn't really want to drop the 3 so here, especially when it looks like Honitsu on the left for Dennis.
Does have a 4-mon that could potentially come out.
Yeah.
There's a honor paired up.
Honor paired up. Believe that is currently Ishan 10 right now. Dennis really probably wants to look for like another 3-so Dora draw. It's the most ideal to fix the shape. Kevin has currently just been sitting here. Hasn't really gone any tiles with this Ishan 10, but most likely will even maybe call a 3-6 pin to like try to end this Honitsu maybe. Because it's been
But
kind of
potentially,
late.
if it gets late enough, you kind of have to. Like, this is a hand you really wanted closed, but I mean, if it's not
Oh,
coming at
6
some
though
point,
for Wenshin across. Looks bad. We'll cut it
Chi.
because... and then will be a Chi here for Dennis. Ishanten to Ishanten. But this accepts Forso now.
yeah, now into
Chi.
just like a Kutsuki Ishanten basically after that Chi.
Yeah.
There is going to be the
Oh.
Chi, as you mentioned, just taking the two Han hand.
Yeah.
The Ricci didn't quite come together, just got too late.
Yeah. Wenshin will...
And potentially this 2-5 so is probably could definitely deal in, depending on what Tempai is found.
Oh, Kevin here draws ace, so he might just be... Yeah, he might just break here. Even if he doesn't maintain Tenpai, he'll still be first of this Hanchan if we just get to Yukoku.
Yeah.
This...
That does potentially open up a path for the Honitsu to get there now that the 2-5 so doesn't deal in, although running out of draws for that to happen.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to find the Sozu.
West is still two in the wall. And there's, I believe, 1 Forso left. So it's not impossible for...
Oh, there's a West. Okay, can call him the Tempai.
West will call...
Which weight are we going to see? Okay,
Moving
goes
to
for the 5
so
so weight.
Tonki. I think Kevin will most likely, yeah, will most likely just try to pass and not maintain this Tenpai. This Tenpai here for
Each.
Edward on the right. Will Ricci has exactly 1 draw remaining, so he can Ricci. 4-7 Mon.
Willing to push the 7, so trying to make something happen here.
I guess when the rule set where it's first only.
Are we going to see a 4-pin push? We are. We're going to try for the Hoite.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody gets the win there.
Yep. It'll be 1500 for Edward and Dennis. And that is the game. Kevin will be first at 26.9. Dennis will be second after some unfortunate UI issues, 10.9 plus 10.9. Edward will be third at minus 6.7. And Wenshin will be fourth at minus 33.1.
Yeah, definitely going to be pretty upset about the missed chance at the Mangan Sumo there, but
yeah, unfortunately,
anyway, still has a chance going into this final Hanshan.
Yeah, it's like specifically, there's a reason why a lot of Run 2 players, if there's an option where you can turn on auto run like at the beginning of the game, so the moment the hand opens, auto run's turned on. It's the option you can turn on for Run 2, and they specifically implemented that because of potential UI issues.
Yeah, so, definitely a shame there.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate. I'll probably just... We are going to wait for the second Hanchan to start, but I'm just going to jot down these numbers so we will know their conditions. They're probably most likely calculating conditions as well, because this is not top 2 Rentai. It's only first only will advance to the finals, and they have not started their next Hanchan yet. But I guess we can just take a look at table 4 because they haven't been getting much coverage at all yet. But we are waiting currently for the next Hanchan to start.
Oh, big hand on the right here. Double South Dora.
Oh,
another Dora, but
Dora.
probably just gonna throw it back honestly because you wanted to stick with the Ryamen weight.
Yeah, double South Dora. 4-pin doesn't even increase double. It was for 4 to 5, so it's not really useful. That's 2 Mon.
Come out, holding on to this Forso. See how long, if it gets tempted by the hand advances.
Each.
Oh, yep, there it is. The Forso does come out, so be the Mangan picked up.
Yep. And while we did this, unfortunately, they're starting our next game. Well, we decided to get 1 game in. They'll be starting very soon, as long as the game shows up. Sorry, we're gonna probably have to go on a quick break while I figure out why those games don't show up. But we'll be right back. Very soon. And we're back after a short break. Perfect timing that we're just starting. Wenchen will be our first dealer, followed by Edward on the right, Kevin across, and left will be Dennis. Wenshin will start with double East pair and Hatsu pair.
Yeah, beautiful.
Chi.
Double Yoko high start.
Home.
And they're immediately going to get offered the East here.
Yep. So.
Oh, con chance.
Con. I mean, most likely since you're so behind and first is only thing will be a good.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Nice! What a con! Gets the door of 4 and a useful tile.
Double
okay,
East
this is a
door
huge
4.
chance for a comeback.
And he cut 5 pin. He's probably looking to go Hoisu right now, and he's gonna get rewarded with the 2-mon draw.
Looking for that 24,000 point Baimon. Here we go.
I mean, when first is like the only condition that really matters, like that's really good. Wenshin currently I am almost finished calculating Wenshin's conditions, but he needs a lot of points right now and a lot of placement. Probably won't
Oh
here.
man, there's the Hatsu. Okay. Getting to 1 away here. Losing a little bit of Ukiri. Could have cut the 1-mon and had the 8-mon Senpai.
Yeah. But advances Shanten, and it, most importantly, looks like you're going Sozu because you cut 9-mon here.
Yeah, might be able to get away with 1 Monzu call.
Yeah, unfortunately the 6-mons are all used up. Oh, the 3-mon might just come out here and it's gonna be a perfect chi here. Oh, but
Well, it's gonna start the 1 pin.
Starts with the 1 pin. Wenshin will cut 1-mon. 4-mon does look pawnable. Might come out. 6-mons are both used. We'll probably chi
There's
right
gonna be
here.
Tenpai. Which Tenpai is taken here? Gonna be Champon.
6-mon, 7-mon. 6 is all used up. 7 is only 1 left in the wall. But if they do win this, it's going to be 24,000. Oh, but that's going to be the 7, so potential deal in for a cross. Kevin will not defuse this yet.
7-so doesn't necessarily look... Well, okay, 8-so push, man. They're really hard reading this one, 8-so potentially.
Also,
I guess willing to push the 5-so. Well, pushing 5-so, 8-so. Not terrified at all of the Sozu. Has a hard read on the Monzu here, despite the... 7 Hans showing face up.
Oh, Dennis will respect this East Con. We'll probably fold this to 8 so temporarily. Might come back later, but I really doubt it with how much is currently on the line. We'll cut away from the North. North is Gunbitsu, as it's been 3 cut already.
8-mon draw, is that going to be enough to stop this hand here? That's a tough one to push.
Really hard to push. It might be a fold here. You have more to lose than gain by winning this hand.
Tries the 1, so this is this hard read into this Honitsu. It is in fact a Honitsu, but yeah, I'm surprised that was so confident to discard all the Sozu. I guess just that 1 3-so discard was enough to tip it off. I don't know. It's a nice read either way.
5-mon is uncoed up by
This is
Dennis.
potential chi into Tenpai if we're willing to discard 9-so. And is, so it does take Tenpai and 2 5-pin.
2 5
There's
pin.
a 2 pin dead, so just the 3 5-pin, which
Yeah,
has 1 left in the wall.
Yeah. That's a 7-mon. Will be folded. So, Wenshin's currently drawing dead at the moment. I really doubt that Kevin will deal in here. So, I think we might just be going to Yukoku unless the 5-pin comes out, because it is Genbitsu towards Wenshin right now.
Mm-hmm.
4-mon Genbitsu's cut. That is Tenpai, I believe.
Each.
Will Ricci 4-7 pin.
Wow, a Ricci!
Ricci against
Ricci with the 7-so. That is a ballsy play. Really fighting for it here. Okay, well, gets away with it.
Yukoku.
Whew.
All 4 people in Tenpai. After all that.
Crazy. The confidence to push the Sozu there was pretty impressive from everyone. I would have
I would have.
I would have been a little worried just because like you happen to deal into like a random Sozu shape. It's 18 or it's probably 24,000 because like it's the Dora as well. But oh, wait, nice fighting from everyone there.
Yeah, it's actually very impressive. No one gets scared off the con. I mean, I guess the only person who got really scared off is first of the set, Kevin, but he still Mawashi back into Tenpai after all that. So
Yeah.
That's very impressive. It's currently Wenchin with some pretty okay shapes. We'll pair up the Tumon. Can also use that as Door Acceptance for later on.
Mm-hmm.
Edward on the right has some pretty good Tanyao shapes. Wenchin will call here, 8-pin. Looking to go
Trying to
Tanyao
get the
no Ni.
Tanyao.
Yeah. Across, that's Ishanten for Kevin. And it's currently Ishanten also for Wenchin. And on the left, I believe Dennis is looking to go Honitsu.
Yeah, gonna make the Chi there. Dealer
call.
calls into Tenpai.
2-5 is currently Wenchin's Tenpai. Wants to just try to maintain his dealership as long as possible. And will be 5-so dealing for Kevin. Will be 1500 plus 1 Homba. Will be 1800.
Oh wow, okay, door start. It's not the it's actually reasonably fast. It's like they get Kanchan on a lot of pairs, but yeah, door pair for a lot of value start here.
Wow. And Dennis is just gonna straight up cut the door at turn 1. Thinks he has probably good enough shape to cut it.
Yeah, would have had to drop like a middle tile to hold the Dora, and so just wanted to keep all the middle tiles to try to just form the final block the hand needs.
Yeah. Cutting 1-pin could have also been acceptable, but that also just makes it that you can't play the 4-pin floater ever. Oh wait, sorry. I thought South was Dora for some reason. It's 1-so. What am I doing?
It was
it's
Dora
1-so,
last
right?
round, right?
Yeah, it was Dora. It was like Dora some previous round. So that's why I just thought it was Dora.
It was Dora at some point. It was Dora. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm
My
not
bad.
sure.
I'm like, oh, it's 6-1 drawn across. Currently, Kevin across is playing 6 blocks. Has 4 Diamondmans right now. So,
There's a Sanshoku chance as well.
Yeah.
If you can fill the correct sides on both the Ryomen.
We'll fill the correct
There's
side
one of
on
them.
one of them. Which 2-3 is he planning to cut?
We'll see.
Thinks that Monzu looks like the weaker side to fill.
There's
Or it
like
might just be-
1 pin out if you
Or is
don't
it just
see any
a
real
1-1
difference.
pin? Yeah. We might be getting table 4 if this game finishes fast enough, but Wenchin here doesn't really want us to leave East 1 right now. Currently East Shanten as well. Wants to get to Tenpai as fast as possible and slam.
For sure.
And I believe... Okay, we'll draw the 6-so. You could Sumogiri that, yeah. But it just makes it painful if you draw the 5-so later on. But
yeah,
it does
I
make
don't
sevens...
like that Tsumogiri. Just got the 9, so I think you're overthinking it by Tsumogiri. Like when you draw 5, so it's just devastating.
Yeah, everyone's just currently kind of stuck Ishanten. We are waiting for someone to get Tenpai, so we can get some action going, but Dennis here is... Oh, we'll be Tenpai. Slightly rewarded for the 6-so Sumogiri, but...
I guess. I don't know.
guess.
Are you going to look at this and be like, oh, 7 so
doesn't
safe,
even look-
Tsumogiri
yeah.
6 so?
It doesn't even look that much better. So there's only 1 7-so left, but he does soon. It will be Mongon. Dennis will draw 4-pin on the plus turn. Doesn't want to cut it. We'll cut Genbutsu 1-pin. We'll be
There's going to be
Tenpai
Chi for the
here.
Itsu.
Atuzuke 4-so. So only can win on the 4-so, cannot win on the 7-so. For Itsu Dora. Yeah, Edward's just kind of just pushing here. Just doesn't really respect the dealer Ichi. I mean, I guess there's like marginally safe, but... Oh, and Dennis is just hard folding. Didn't even try to bother washing 1-mon there. Even though he uncled up the 5, he could have just went for K10. We'll draw a 7-pin, and we'll just decide to hard fold now. I believe there's still one 4-so left, just like how there's one 7-so.
Where are these final tiles here?
Yep. Oh, we'll draw Dora. That's looking really bad here for Edward. We'll not decide to push it. And it will be just 1% Tenpai. We'll be Wenshin. And we'll just be continuing our East one. And currently, Wenshin opens up with a lot of Monzu.
Yeah, definitely hedging a Honitsu here, cutting the Tuso first. Oh, now draws the Dora, though. Still gonna go for the Honitsu. Goes immediately 5-so. Doesn't even really consider cutting an honor tile.
Yeah. Oh, wow, he's just hard committing.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll just float the Dora for, like, a longer time. And then... But he also just might hard commit to just, like, maybe get some people to respect it. But, I mean, this table
Shoku over on the right there. That's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Oh.
Immediately draws into it. We're going to see the Riichi.
Yep, 3-6 Mon. We'll be in the
Monster hand here.
But if they do win 3 Mon, it'll be Pinfu Sanshoku.
The Dora as well. Yeah, very strong early Riichi here.
Yeah, Wenshin will be kind of stuck on this 4-pin now for a very long time because dealing in will just basically lose you the entire series, and it's not worth it. Currently, 3 Mons out, 1 6 Mon out, 4 left in the wall, 1 left only for the Takumi Sanshoku.
The door does come out. So now that's been cleared.
Yeah, I think Wenshin just might be hard folding at this point because it's pretty unrealistic to get Penpai again.
Sozu draw across the way.
Oh,
1 Mon.
That's not good.
3 Mon looking extremely dangerous. This is Tenpai. It's a Tonki Tenpai. We're gonna see just like a 6-so Dama play.
6-so
is
is
Nakasuji.
Yeah. It's gonna reach you on
Nakasuji's
Nakasuji!
on the 6-so. Wait, okay. Fighting for the 6-so Tonki.
There's currently none left in the wall.
What a play.
And he's gonna reach you on 6-so Nakasuji.
It's just Riichi Nomi as well. It's just straight Riichi Nomi 6-so Tonki.
This is pretty impressive. I would never. I don't think I have the guts to do this ever. This is so impressive.
Crazy. And this potentially saves that 3 Mon from coming out because now I would have to push it into 2 Riichis, and it looks like it's now coming out the Chun. So
yeah,
potentially saving that 3 Mon from coming out.
Yeah, all the 3 Mons are out, so Sanshoku is dead. That's also 1 6 Mon. There's only 2 6 Mons left. There are no more 6-sos.
So 1 Mon passed against the first Riichi, Suji to the second. That one looks pretty safe.
Yeah,
but 7-so is just straight Genbutsu.
Yeah, it's not really worth it for Kevin right now. Just doesn't really want to risk anything. 7-pin is Genbutsu. Oh, and we're dealing with the 6 Mon here.
Oh, it does not work out. The Tonki play. Let's see if any Ura flips here. This is going to be a big win here. Doesn't get the Ura, but a lot of sticks in the middle, plus a 3,900 point hand. So,
yeah, this is huge for Edward. Edward currently needs 17.6 points on Dennis and 33.6 points on Kevin.
Well, good chance to get some back here, starting with the Dora pair, and a great 2-pin draw. This one's looking pretty good.
Hello, Jen.
Here's a chance to call the Yakuhai, and that one is going to be called. Does have a Dora.
Oh. Edward will draw into 4 pairs here. It could look potentially Chitoi if they just happen to draw enough shapes.
Has an Onko as well, maybe Toy Toy. Definitely some possibilities.
Yeah, if you can start with 4 Mon, that would be like pretty much an insta Toy Toy go.
Yeah, but at the moment it's like the fastest way. Like we see the South Pass. So at the moment it just seems like kind of a normal hand.
Yeah, but
definitely those possibilities to pivot into some of those hands that we mentioned.
Yeah, but Dennis Cross has the Yonenke 4, 5, 6, 7 pin, which is very strong for Kutsuki. and Tenpai chance.
Yeah, incredibly wide that hand. We'll surely get
Yeah.
Tenpai relatively soon. Although a lot of them involve having to cut Dora. That one doesn't
Oh,
though. That's
that
gonna be
one doesn't.
Tenpai takes the 4-7 pin weight.
Yeah, takes a 4-7-10 no baton.
I wonder if
Edward
the
is
2-5 mon might have looked a little bit better here, but
Don't.
goes for the no baton. Comes out immediately. Nice choice.
Yep.
So
Will
gets
be
the
2
2K
down
there.
for Dennis.
Trying
And
to
this will
try to
be
recoup some of that loss from the dealing.
yeah.
All right, Yakuhai pair, along with 2 other pairs. What are we gonna see here? Probably just a quick calling hand.
Yeah. Across, I believe that's 4 pairs by Wenchin.
Yeah, we could see. We haven't actually seen a Chizo yet. I don't think we've seen people get close.
Yeah.
But, this one might be could definitely turn into one with just one more pair drawn.
Yeah, and then on the right, Dennis has a pretty okay hand. Some pretty good shapes. And on the left, it's like a lot of pairs as well. Potentially floating cheat.
Draws into
as
4
well.
pairs.
Yeah. Oh, Wenchin across will fill the penchon. Cut the 8 so no more cheat toy. But has
Yeah, but
potential 7,
Sanshoku
8,
chance.
9. Yeah, 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku. Haku is drawn. Will it come out? Will be coming out.
And dealer's gonna snap that one up.
Oh, decides to cut the 1 mon. Not the
Yeah, I don't think there's a huge difference between that and the Pinzu. I imagine you're definitely just keeping all the pairs.
Yeah, definitely want to look to go toy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Winston drew the 6-0 but decides to not slide up. Wants to maintain the Sanshoku chance. Will cut 9 Sakagiri 9 pin. Just basically only deciding to play Sanshoku from here on. Or at least playing the Yunkan shape. Doesn't force a 1-3 mon. So if you do 2 mon, you know, it's still getting pretty good
This
shape
is
in.
like, it's not even really, like, you're not really losing efficiency to cut 9 pin, so I think it's a nice choice.
Okay. Currently Ishanten now for Kevin. Since can still float the toy, but with the 3 pin draw, it's probably less likely.
Here's a 5th pair drawn on the right. And this, okay, finally someone's taken the 5th pair. We're seeing a cheat, so well, potentially tempted. I mean, it could turn into round Peiko even if the right draws come together.
Yeah, but 2-3 mons does seem like a natural cut with all the, I believe 2 or 3 1 mons out at the time.
Yeah.
So it just makes.
Okay, well, hey, there's step 1 of round Peiko. Draw the 6 pin. That is going to be
Tenpai.
called pawn, so dealer takes Tenpai.
Yeah, 6-9 so 1-6 so 1-9 so left. It's now just a matter of time before someone draws it. Oh!
Wait, step 2
Wait,
of round
step
Peiko.
2! Are we gonna put 3-4
3-4
so
here?
Wait, I mean, this is.
Come on.
Oh, that
Round
is.
Peiko. Yes, round Peiko.
And it's so funny because he doesn't even decide to just cut 3 so first, so he draws 5. No! He gets punished immediately. But it doesn't really
Orso
matter.
did look a little safer than 3-so to the dealer, I will say. So
Will con.
reasonable. Or Manu Dora.
That does mean that Des can avoid dealing in. If
Oh,
he
this
does
could be
draw the
cheat
6,
for just
so.
Tenpai. It's pretty late. No, passes! Still
Passes.
believes in the men's end hand. Oh, a 9-so picked up.
No.
Okay,
Okay, that one comes
kills it. Yeah. We've been getting a lot of 140 hands because I went to somehow con through Yakuhai that they draw. Yeah, Kevin will now win his 2000. Still in 3rd place. I believe currently Edward does not have an edge yet. Kevin is still 1st place overall in the set. Edward does need 2 placements plus 13.6 points. So he does have the 2 placements, but not enough points overall.
Still very early in this game, though.
Yeah. This game is dragging out quite a bit. And Kevin will draw the 7, so doesn't want to look the Itsu possibility.
Yeah, just gonna throw that one back. Doesn't like the overlap of the 4-5-7 shape, and well, I guess the 8-sos came out after the 7-so.
1.
Oh, that's gonna be an early tempi. With reaching 1-3 mon Shabo. 1 mon immediately drawn. Won't be cut.
Quick
Kevin
reach,
here.
you know me here.
Doesn't have a Genbutsu outside of... Oh, we'll just... Oh, he does have 2-so, actually. And... Actually, oh, he has a lot, actually. Oh, is that Tempai?
We're not quite Senpai. It's Ishan 10.
Ishan 10.
We'll see what
Let's
comes
cut
out.
3-so, 3-so. It is Suji. Doesn't really want to drop the Dora yet, either.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one come out yet.
We'll probably
Okay, back into Ishan 10.
3-so again. Maybe you fill the 6-mon, you might get, like... Ipeka, it might be... Okay.
That definitely could be something that might be worth fighting for.
Yeah. I believe Kevin is now drawn back to Ishan 10 again.
Mm-hmm.
Will be very huge if they can fill the Yonkon or the 4-6-8 mon shape first. Will be on a 4-sided. Oh, and
5-mon draw be insane. Oh, there's the Dora picked up. Okay.
Dora picked up. Well, yeah, Dora picked up. Has to make a decision. 7-pin does look weaker according to Edward. We'll cut that.
Yeah, 7-mon gives you a little bit of wider of a Ishan 10, but
yeah. Also gives you 6-mon Dama. If you do decide to have him again. Oh, Gus got the 5-mon here for Kevin.
holy cow, this is insane. What a it's got the crazy 6-8-7-5-4 with the Takame 4-pin.
Yeah,
and
4,
that
7,
immediately
5,
slams
8.
it.
No more 4-pins. And
Oh, Chun
that's
picks up
Senpai!
Dama 10, 5-mon, 7-mon. Oh, here we
but
go.
it will be
He gets the 5-pin symbol.
Yeah, we'll be the 5-pin sumo here for Reach Sumo. 1300 all. Does get more food because they do sumo on the Nobuton. Well, that's funny. You know, they're actually gonna get 1300 all no matter what. You either get pin food, you get the food bump. But that was actually so huge for the sumo defuse of Dora Onko from Edward.
Alright.
Alright.
Holding on to this dealership here. We got another Chundora.
Yeah. Chin is Dora again. Kevin's the only one with Dora this time. Does have some pretty good shapes overall, though. Drawing into pretty nice ones. But, meanwhile on the right, Dennis has some pretty good shapes, too. Does want to fill in that penchant first. But also could just break it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually... Yeah, it's so Ishan 10 on the right, and then Ishan 10 across the way as well.
Yeah. Probably we'll just drop this back. Unless you want to cut 9-pin? Yeah.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Now you don't have 5-6 real men.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work.
It'd just be a...
Okay, no, we're Future 8-mon.
I was just
bailed
like,
out.
Yeah, I was
huge bailout.
I was like, this is like the hugest Tanyo hedge I've ever seen. And he just draws it
Wow.
immediately.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin... Okay. Des doesn't call the 6-pin. Would have been Tenpai for Upanitsu.
Yeah, but wants a little more out of that
A little
hand
bit
here.
more.
The Otozuke 1 Han E2 is just kind of like so sad.
1.
We'll be Tenpai here, though.
Tenpai offered. Gets the
6-9
Tanya
pin.
on Takame.
Wenshin does draw 4-pin. Might be slightly baited to deal in on Tenpai on the correct shapes.
Yeah. We'll see how this hand develops.
Kevin's gonna cut the 1-pin Genbutsu. We'll probably likely just try to fold this out.
Hand's a little far. So that is what we see. Oh, okay, 6-so picked up.
So
What are we gonna see? They could go 4-pin like Nakasuji and take Tenpai that way. That'd be a little safer.
Well, still Ishan.
Oh no, wait,
still
no, sorry, that was a
Ishan.
6-so. I thought that was a
Yeah.
7-so. I'm sorry.
Oh, he doesn't have
Or 4-so,
calls
something
on.
like that.
He just
I thought it
passes
was
the
a-
4-so so quickly.
That's crazy, actually. I guess
no
one's
po-
points, right?
Yeah, but
even so,
K10's pretty
could
good
have taken
here.
Tenpai. should at least have calls on to at least consider it. I think at this
He
point.
might want to turn on calls here. But the
Gee.
Dreamon, yeah, Dreamon's gonna get called by Edward on the left. It's time for Edward also wants to go K10 now. Oh, he will pair up the tune. Actually,
Hey, this is looking a lot like last round. All of a sudden.
if he pairs up if he gets the third one, I'm gonna be really mad.
There's
Honestly.
nowhere in the wall to draw into the Yaka this time, so would need to come out from dealer, which isn't too likely.
Yeah, I wish it's unlikely. This 3 so looks pretty hard to pull in because I don't think Kevin's dropping this. Yeah, I think Edward's just gonna have to fold.
相撲
Oh, but we'll sumo the 9 pin. Will be reached sumo for 500, 1000.
Alright.
With 2 home, but it's 700, 1200.
So very close game here going into East 4.
Yeah, very close game. But this does benefit.
It's everyone's going on Tune!
What?
It's just always Tune!
How many times are we gonna get this Chundora?
Alright, well, gonna be a door pair start on the right.
Yeah. Oh, and it's gonna be a 4-mon fill on that
That's
Conchon.
looking like quite a nice hand here. Gonna drop one of the penchons. It's gonna be the 8-9. So
Yeah. One of those ideal draws that allows you to break penchons. East is gonna be paired up on the left by Kevin. Has East pair and Hatsu pair.
I wonder if it can turn into a Honitsu if enough Sozu comes together. It does have like a Manzu Ryomen.
Yeah. And considering your position where all you need to do is just move the game along, it might be beneficial for Kevin to just play efficiently
Another
and
pair.
not greed.
That's probably gonna get held.
It's gonna be a 4-mon draw by Wenchen on the right. Has an option to break the another penchon, honestly. Will do
Okay,
so.
does go for this. This is kind of taking a step backwards.
Yeah, but this
We'll
does
see how it works.
slightly also hedge Chitoy option, because if you don't think Chun is coming out, you can also just try to hedge Chitoy.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I didn't expect another 4-mon to come in.
Alright.
And we can actually get
home
Toy, I guess, maybe? Nah, probably not likely.
Do you see
Riso
the
will be
8 so
pawned here by our dealer.
Yeah, making a play for Toy.
Yeah, open
sure.
Toy Nomi. Also could just be early K10. It's good. Once you decide on Azuzuke here, we'll decide
Well,
to
it's gonna be
call.
Honitsu, I imagine. We see Pinzu come out here as well, so if you don't get the Chun, you get a chance to maybe just turn it to Manzu. But it is also just Ishan 10 with the Otozuka if the Chun comes out.
Probably cut 8 pin here, and if we draw the south, we can pair up south, drop 6 pin, 6 pin.
The East
Doesn't call the
Yakuhai
6
is
pin.
called. Okay, now Senmon, so south comes out.
South comes out. We'll be Tenpai here on the left, or has been Tenpai, sorry. But it's 2 pin Hatsu Shabo. 2 pins Mochi Mochi right now, but Hatsu's 1 left in the wall. Dennis is still currently sitting on.
We're gonna see a 5 on Chi. We are.
地
So it calls into Tenpai here. Does
Oh!
not try for the Honitsu. Gonna just
That's
take the
neat.
Tenpai on the Chun.
6-mon Tonki. If they did keep the 8 pin, would have been Furry 10. Oh, but this is like much better. This is 2, 5, 6 pin across for Edward. Might deal in soon.
本
And
Don't.
Dennis will deal in here for Tanyo Nomi. Well, Wenchen was just sitting on the 2 door, and there's just 2 more door left in the wall, but this never appeared, so didn't even have a chance.
Alright, south 1.
South 1. Game's actually relatively pretty close. It's not even
very
over yet
close.
for Dennis. He just needs a Mongon or Hanuman Sumo to be back in the running again. Dennis not only needs the first place, but needs 1 placement plus 6,000 points on Kevin. So, unless he decides to sumo for 2 placements, he does need a little bit more point buffer over Kevin. Wenchen currently has a pretty standard hand overall, with like some Damen Kanchan shapes. Does pair up the Hatsu. Meanwhile, on the right,
Hatsu
there's...
Pretty badly needed with this hand. Just it was looking quite slow, so the chance to call the Hatsu and keep this dealership alive.
Oh, currently, nice 4-pin draw for
Reach.
Ikego's shape. But
Oh,
don't
there's
really
gonna be
matter.
Tempai picked up first though on the nice Champon here. 1-1 Shaw. It's great looking Champon. The Shaw being Yakuhai as well.
Wenshin has a floating 1-mon. Most likely
Yeah,
will
that is
deal
gonna
in
come out at some point here. I
eventually.
have to imagine. You really gotta try to defend your dealership. I imagine. We'll see.
Has a okay, it's
Dom.
deal in here. 1-mon.
Yeah, I can't really get away from that one.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh!
There's the Ura 3. We haven't been seeing much Ura, and then it all came at one big chunk. The Richi Nomi Ura 3. Oof. That changes things up
3
here.
there for Kevin. Has a commanding first place lead in this current set. 39,200. Only 5,000 behind, above second, but overall set points wise, he's 33,000 points on top of Edward right now, on top of the set.
Yeah, that's it. Makes things a lot easier for sure.
But Edward has pretty good shapes to defend his current dealership.
Definitely needs to try to win some hands here. Once you lose your dealership, it does get a lot tougher.
Yeah, it's basically kind of over sometimes if on Akanashi if you just lose your dealership, especially when you need a massive amount of points.
Yeah, it wouldn't quite be over, but it'd be very difficult.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult. Since Kevin's currently in this position, Edward does need one placement plus 23,600 points. So unless you can get him to drop, which is gonna look really hard. This is our first Chitoi Tenpai on Hakutanki, just got cut by Wenshin. There's just 2 left in the wall.
Chitoi Dora on Hakutanki is quite a hand here.
And this Haku just looks so easily coming out from everyone, because almost everyone just needs to push in this type of position. And Haku doesn't even look that bad to push.
I'm almost tempted to Dama just given the set position in South 2, because you know you're going to get chased by dealer.
Yeah.
You're going to get chased by everyone pretty much. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see how it works.
Yeah,
I understand why
Tenpai here on
Each.
Con 5 so.
I'm gonna take it.
For Dennis. He possibly will be drawn by Edward. And the Haku will be...
This makes it almost a lock. This is gonna... Well, I mean, there's still a dealership left. But, oof. You can just fold here. You don't need to win hands, honestly. Like, South 3...
Whoa, how about Suonko?
Yeah, okay, what the heck is this, actually? This is such a rigged hand. What is this? It's also just Ishan's for Chitoi randomly at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, and we just got to form on here. Get our Ipeko while we're at it. I mean, if we get like...
Well, I guess this isn't the hand you fold. This is the hand you just quickly win and then fold the next one, maybe.
Yeah, we'll
take the down gives you 6 mon.
You know, yeah.
Can anyone possibly keep up with this? It's gonna be hard to do.
Oh, gets the dumb in shape. I mean, you could cut 7-9 mon, but you also just lose Chitoi Shan.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll see what's gonna come out. Just gonna throw the 4 mon back.
2-3 mon's cut, reasonable. That's fine.
That is a nice Kanchan fill on the right. Okay, so that's actually a fast Ishan 10. That was a really big Kanchan fill.
Kevin also is probably slightly aware that the 2-pin did get cut by Edward on the left. Haku will come out. Most likely will get pawns because they know that most likely left is either Chinitsu or Kokushi. We'll be Tenpai on 8 mon.
Try to win a quick 1-han hand here.
Yeah, and then maybe if we get like a 9 mon, we can pawn and get Toy for fun.
Yep. That would be an option.
So how far is Edward from his Kokushi right now?
Each.
Oh, hold on. Here's a big Richi. Goes for the 1-3-4 so with the... This one has a chance at Pinfu. The Pinzu could have... this is just wider. And,
Edward has to deal in if he pushes his Kokushi.
Yeah, has that stuck 3 so. That might be how this hand ends.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Overflowing. Kevin does did draw 2 Genpetsu back to back. Doesn't need to fold yet. Can still float the 8 Mon. Still 1 left in the wall. Oh, and I think this is where
Another one. Okay, deals in on the
deals in.
slightly cheaper end. Can we see any more? Or no, this one's just 1300.
Yeah.
All right, here it is, all last dealership. It's gonna be pretty tough for anyone but Dennis at this point.
Yeah. Dennis does have the easiest condition, which is a first place plus 6,000 points.
Yeah, so
But
just needs to win a lot of hands in a row, and this is actually it could be a good start here. It has the Dora Hatsu pair, and the other 2 are in the wall.
yeah,
So this could be the start of a comeback here. Dealer Mongon, that would definitely close the gap quite a bit.
If we draw like Hatsu here, and then maybe slot in like a Song Onko somewhere, this could be like actually so huge for like a Domo comeback. If you can just somehow hit Kevin, but it's looking
And then, I mean, you can see on the right, just forcing Kokushi.
right. Yeah.
Across the way, I don't even know what that hand does. It's like, it's kind of almost like a 2-player game here, unless someone
Yeah,
decides they just want to end the game.
They're probably just going Chitoy and this folding, and then try to farm Yakumon again the next round. It is basically a 2-player game. This is what happens in set dynamics, where people just need to meet their conditions. 9-pin will come out.
Cheat.
Thinking about a call, I don't really like it, but it does take it. I don't think this is a necessary Autozuke, honestly, because like it was a nice shape. It was like it was like an 8-tile Ryamen weight, and your other shape, like your pair at the moment, is like a Ryamen pair. So you're kind of also losing 1 4-mon acceptance at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose there's like chances it's Chanta, but yeah, like now you drop 4-mon, and like what are we even doing with this? I just throwing it back, I guess. Yeah. So I don't really love the Autozuke, but we'll see if it works.
This is also very risky because you can most likely identify that one person is going Kokushi, and that could just be a -1 on your Dora anyways. Because they could just be sitting on your Hatsudora, never cutting it.
I don't know. Cheating like Ryamen for Autozuke, I just generally don't think is too advisable when you can just stay closed and try for Richi instead.
This
Because the
also
Hatsu
just
just
himself.
okay, well there you go. Easy. Just draw the Hatsu. All right.
Currently
And,
5-mon, 8-mon. All the 5s
we'll
are
see.
gone.
See if this gets there.
2 8-mons left.
This could is this ever a 5-mon deal-in? If the Tenpai is reached, hold on, this is Tenpai. Is this gonna be a deal-in?
Wait,
What is gonna happen here? Wait a second.
I mean, if Kevin understands this is Otsutsuki. Oh, we'll deal in!
Oh no! Wait a second, that's so... Does cut the 5-mon in a surprise Dora Uncle. Hold on, 24,000 point swing.
Wait, this is
That
actually
was the
so
one thing you
huge.
didn't want to deal is feed 12k. And hold on, the comeback might be real here.
Dennis still needs the first place right now, but it's looking much better.
Across the way, that's a lot of honor tiles. Tsuiso, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, this is actually Edward's chance to come back here. If he does get a first place,
Wait, actually, what does Edward need now? Because that actually makes it a lot closer.
He needs the first place plus 23,000 points. 23,600.
Boom.
He's gonna pull it here. Wait, but that doesn't...
Wait, Tsuiso. You need value. That's always... So what can you do with like Honitsu, Toi Toi, Yakuhai, Yakuhai for like Hanimon? Would Hanimon do anything? Edward needs...
Honitsu...
No, Edward needs a lot, right? Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Yakuhai,
Direct hit?
Dora? Wait, maybe can we just cut 6-pin, and then try to get Forso, and then try to go Dora Tonki Sumo?
Oh no!
Oh,
just
he's
gives
just
up
gonna
the
take Tenpai!
Tsuiso. Doesn't believe. This is so... What would a direct hit
Direct
do?
here, it's...
That might be enough, right?
Dora. This is currently 52. 52 is 10 force swingers. It's still not enough.
Yeah, no, it's not enough. I don't really... I guess just needs a Dora draw.
Yeah, but we should still be probably cutting 6-pin. Most likely.
Dealer gets a nice draw here.
Yeah.
What are we going to see? Are we going to see the Itsu play with like 4-pin, 6-pin, or is it just going to be the...
Yeah, we're going to break the edge. Break the penchant.
Doesn't... I guess this is technically Ishanten. Just kind of a bit of an... Okay, well, it gets the 4-pin draw. That's a nice one.
Yeah. Probably will cut the 9s though. there are still 2 forces left, so it's not like it's impossible for Edward to swap Toy and then maybe direct. But
yeah, it seems like okay. Here's the Ricci. This is big.
yeah, we'll be
Ricci Pinfu.
Pinfu.
Potentially keep the dealership alive.
Kevin most likely should just fold here, but doesn't really have much to work with. We'll just cut 1 pin first. It's kind of dangerous, but does have to go a 2 pin. And Edward most likely will maybe just try to push.
G.
And 4 pins are no more. There are no more 4 pins left, and I believe there's only 1 7 pin.
We do see a cheese.
We
We surely don't see another deal in, do we? Okay.
Could go 6
I
pin,
mean,
6
you don't
pin.
sumo. That would just end the game with you not advancing. But
Gee.
yeah, okay. We see the 6 pin
Oh,
come out.
but
Oh, and deal in again! Hold on. 2 direct hits in a row in an Irma. Oh man! Wait, this is first place all of a sudden now.
First place, and it's 2 placements, so he does meet the requirement.
Just needs to end the game here, which you can't do very easily. You do need to, because you don't have enough of a lead to just like lose a hand.
Yeah.
What a comeback this has been.
Edward also cannot sumo here. Actually, he can sumo. 3,000, 6,000 plus 2 placements. Is that enough? It is. So currently, Edward's condition is to sumo Hanimon. Dennis needs to keep wrench-haning to maintain his lead. Kevin still just needs to win a hand.
Is Mongon enough?
No.
Mongon might be enough, right? No?
It's not.
That would be... It would be 2 placements and like a 13,000 point gap. It's not enough. Like 33, is that not enough?
He needs 2 placements plus 13.6. It's barely not enough. He needs the Hanimon, I believe.
Even with the Honba, it's not quite enough? I don't know. It's like very, very close.
I can't. Let me just do the math right now. 3.4.
Are we gonna... Wait, is this Churin alive? A 9-mon, one's held, one's cut. No, it's not. Dang. Well, the direct hit is alive. It's hard.
13.6.
That's like a beautiful looking Churin. Oh, 7-so picked up. Hold on.
Yeah. It's Tempai.
Wait, this is Tempai. What are we gonna see here? Dama Pinfu, Dama Sanshoku, Ricci Pinfu, Ricci Sanshoku. That is the option chosen here.
2 left in
If
the
this
wall.
hand wins, that would be a very comfortable gap here. This is the most expensive option.
Yeah. Yeah. So I recalculated. Yeah. Edward
Now
only
with the
needs
stick,
a
surely the
Mongon.
Mongon Sumo would be enough at this point, right?
Yeah, Edward only needs a Mongon.
And does have the door pair, so is 1 away from this. This could be it actually.
Sumo.
Oh, but we'll be zooming!
Oh, that gets the payoff for the Sanshoku. 4K all, and now it's just chilling. All of a sudden, there's a huge buffer.
Shoku.
And that's just 13 Ishan 10 randomly. This has been a crazy dealer run.
Kevin's currently lost 20,000 points over the course of South 4. Meanwhile,
dealing, and then
climbed
Mongon
20,000
Sumo.
points.
This is the lead evaporated.
Oh, this is Tempai!
Oh my gosh.
Probably just
I don't think
we're
we
gonna
reach
reach
it,
here!
honestly. Do you need more points?
I don't think we need more points.
This is I think this is playing a fire. Feeling a little hot seat here. Turn 3 Tempai and just pushes the button on instinct. A little risky. We'll see how it works out here.
Yeah, it's pretty risky overall.
Because now potentially you could see like
16,200?
Edward play for a direct hit who has Dora Dora. It's like if you got Mongon direct hit, that's what's the gap to first? It's like I think a Mongon direct hit would do enough, right?
It's enough, but I don't believe it's enough to overtake Kevin then. I still needs 13,600 on Kevin, and I believe Mongon plus
Wait,
Stick
it would
plus
be
Humba.
because it'd be basically like a 10,000 point hand. It'd be
3.3
very close.
plus 8,000 plus 1,900.
Sumo.
Oh, and with the sumo.
Just deal it
Yeah.
sumoing. All right, you really don't need any more hands. You could just stop. You've won enough hands.
And then we just start with this high pie again.
Like just fold, honestly. Just cut 5-pin.
Can we just high pie
This is
Ori?
why we were risking it so much.
We can just high pie Ori here.
Oh man, really wants to just keep winning hands.
Well, we're gonna see Wenshin just keep Kokushi farming. Meanwhile, Edward probably just needs to start looking for like a Baimon Sumo minimum.
Yeah. What is the gap? What is the gap now? It's
26-4.
Oh gosh.
Oh god, I don't.
It's getting out of hand.
I don't
here.
think Baimon.
You need like Baimon direct hit or like.
Well,
I mean,
Baimon
we
is
need to
6,
see like
6 plus 8 is 24 plus 4 Humba. Maybe it's like someone throws a stick in for you. But that's
if
like
Jilarichi's again, that would be crazy. There's no, you do not need Torichi anymore.
Yeah, so I think
It's just not necessary.
Is Dennis to Ricci
Please
again?
don't Ricci. Here it is. Do not.
Not
Thank
Ricci.
you. Thank goodness. If we took 3 Sorichi here, I don't know what we're doing.
Okay, I think if Dennis Ricci's and then Edward decides to sumo a Baimon, that would make it enough.
Okay, wait,
Oh,
Suonko.
okay,
Suonko, come back. Here it is.
Wait, Suonko Tonki. Maybe. Wait, we're in the 8
I mean, it's also Dora Onko as well. Like, so maybe you could get like a, because what, like Toy Toy San Onko Yakuhai Dora 3 is Baimon. You could have Dama Baimon Ron.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, so where are those 8 mons? There's 2 left in the wall? How about 7 Sos? Oh, we'll get the 9 pin. That's
Wait a
Ishan.
second. Here we go. Ishan 10.
We'll cut the Haku. Probably should pass the pawn there.
Yep, that was pass. You need the Yakuman. Playing for the outs. The Kokushi's also slowly advancing. I don't know if that's dead or not.
Oh, that's the last 8 mon. I don't know if Kevin... Or, sorry, Dennis will just not even drop it. He's just gonna fold it.
This is a whole lot of calls, but I don't think it does anything.
You need a direct, I believe.
Even
It's
direct,
not even enough
I don't
then.
think it's like it's not really that expensive of a hand.
Maybe like a con. Oh, I think you have to take the pawn here.
But it's you
Oh,
have
no,
no
whoa,
chance
whoa.
if you pawn. It's just not enough.
How many pairs does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 pin. 1 9. Oh, it's 9 pins. So Suonko's dead.
Hmm.
But Edward doesn't know that. He's only playing for Suonko right now.
I mean, you have to try that. That's the condition dealer just pulled too far ahead.
Yep, but Dennis is gonna fold here.
Wait, East? Is this Tempai? Tempai? No, sorry,
no,
they already
no.
have an East. Oh, I got
It's
too
9
excited.
mon 9 pin. The 9 mons and 9 pins don't exist anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Tempai!
Tenpai!
Wait, Tempai!
Yeah,
Surely
but 9 pin,
doesn't
9
count.
pin never
There's no
comes
way
out
9 pin
here,
comes
right?
out, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be 9 mon 9
That'd be too
mon.
much.
It's gonna be 9 mon drop here. It's gonna be over
Yeah,
for
that'll
Edward.
do it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a fold out here for Dennis.
Okay, well that was an exciting end.
Wow. After all this, we're gonna have Dennis first at 37.3. Second will be Edward at plus 4.9. Third will be Kevin at minus 12.4. And Wenshin will be last at minus 29.8. But Dennis will have to come back in South 4.
Yeah, that was crazy. The 2 direct hits in a row. Which
That's actually so insane.
four consecutive, was it 5 consecutive wins? Did they win in South 3 as well? I think they won in South 3 as well.
They won the Ricci Nomi, I believe.
Yeah, so if like 5 consecutive wins to just
Wow.
get the first place on that table. Wow.
What a back and forth. And we actually just see the on the right, all the tables have basically concluded. We were the last table to stop after all those hands. In our first table, we have Brian Webb advancing.
Okay, we get a Brian in the finals.
We have Brian Webb advancing with his first place at 27.3. In table 2, we have Dennis at plus 48.2 advancing. And then in the third table, we have Max. I believe that's a really close table, it looks like. Plus 18.2. And on the right, we have Emily. Looks like she got 2 firsts. With a plus 52.7 advancing to the finals.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this finals.
Hello, Edwin. You are on stream. Just FYI. I'm just gonna mute Edwin.
Yeah.
So currently we are waiting for the finals to get set up, and we are gonna potentially get an interview with Dennis after that insane comeback.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, I do want to interview Dennis. And we are going to wait for him to appear. But I guess we're going to pop up the interview screen just because. Yeah. So, thanks. So, I guess we're going to do some promotions. This WRL, World WRC League, was held at USPML New York, Pacific Mahjong League in the San Francisco Bay Area, and the Chicago area Mahjong in Chicago. And the online finals is run in partnership with the American WRC Mahjong League, the stream you're watching right now. So we are waiting for. Oh, I actually had a placeholder name. It was just Wenchins because we put Dennis. I had to test a placeholder name when I was setting this up, and I forgot to take it off. Oops. Sharky. Dennis. We are gonna wait for Dennis to pop in very soon. I think Dennis might be taking a break, but he will be appearing very soon. But now I'm just gonna go back into the logs and check how many wins he won in a row. Actually, do I even get access to the logs? I don't think I can. But maybe that's something someone can give me later on. But you know, this game was actually so exciting. We got Richinomi into Ura 3 for 8K, and then it looked like the deal, like Kevin sealed the deal, but then unfortunately made some deal-ins, and then Dennis just directed him 2 times for 2 Mongons in a row, I believe.
Alright, we have Dennis here.
Hello.
Hey, nice. Congratulations on the comeback. That was a lot of fun to follow.
Thank you, thank you.
We were insanely hyped for you. You don't understand.
We play Mahjong.
Yep. So, you want to give a brief introduction to everyone who doesn't really know about you?
Hi, I'm Dennis. I'm from DC Ricci Mahjong. Yeah, I don't know what really else to say, but well,
I mean,
it was a really good tile.
I mean, I guess the first thing that most people want to know is, how did that 6-pin pass? Like, did that really affect you? Like, were you really tilted, or
Dude,
like?
I was in the trenches. I had this mod UI in my browser to make everything look better. Just, you know, it looks nicer. There is a bug that I forgot about, where if you Dama a hand and then get a sumo, the Ricci button covers the sumo button.
Oh no.
And I couldn't click it.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I was so upset.
It was the perfect Akame side as well. It was brutal.
Well, that's why I Dama'd it. I didn't want to win on the 3-pin, so I Dama'd it. I didn't turn on auto win just for the 6-pin, so I could hit the Sanshoku. And I, of course, immediately get it. And the rest is on the stream for everybody to see.
Honestly, I think half
But
the stream was rooting for you for the insane plays you were making. So, can you tell us why you decided to go Nakatsuchi 6 Talkie Richie?
okay, there was like 2,900 in the pot, and it's Nakasuji to the other Richi.
But it's not Nakatsuchi to you.
It's not Nakasuji to me, but
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a crazy play if it worked out.
it's,
That one didn't work, but some of the other plays
it's
did
too
end up working.
in as the wise words of somebody from DC would say, it's 2 3-sos in one tile.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
just
Wise words.
Wise
it's really
words.
good. It's a good tile. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, you
that
know,
all last you went for the Yakuhai Autozuke, and then just like when you drew into the third triplet yourself to get the hidden Onko, that was
Oh, I was
kind of
losing
the
it.
turnaround moment there.
did you
I was losing it.
did you know that in your last hand, that Edward across of you was Suonko Tenpai to ready to Gauten you?
I checked the stream after the fact, and it's still behind a few minutes, and I saw that, and Edward had actually DM'd me about it to
Yeah.
go and look at it. That was
If you actually dealt in the 9 pin there, you also would have got Gauten. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
I saw that. That
But
would have been
obviously
rough.
you were just already hard folding, so there's just no
Yeah,
chance you're ever dealing in.
Preachy that 3-so. It's a good tile.
She had 3, so
3-so penchant.
okay.
No, even the Ricci before that, like the 4-pin, what was it, 4-pin 5-so Shabo was questionable, I know. I realized after the fact I probably shouldn't have hit the button, but
Yeah, it was one of those like
instinct
it was like
and
a turn like 4,
feelings.
turn 5, Tenpai, and it's just like, oh, I'm dealer. Let me just hit the button. I'm
Exactly. Well, it's
flowing
dealer,
hot.
it's
I'm
first
winning all these
Ricci.
hands.
I'm thinking I can push other people off of the hand, and then I remember, wait a minute, I don't need this.
Yeah,
I've already
no
got I've
one's
already
gonna
got
fold. They're just gonna try to fight and get a direct hit. But
yeah,
it worked out. You got
exactly.
the Tsumo.
Yeah, because I needed like one placement and 6 points or whatever to advance over Kevin, who played a fantastic game.
Well,
I flowed up a little too hard.
so in the interview questions that we sent out beforehand, it did say that DC, the club, has been helping you practice a lot. Is there anyone in particular, other than the cultist leader, that you want to thank or shout out to?
Yeah, actually, funnily enough, Max, who's going to be playing with me in the finals, has been really like consistent in hosting places where we play hard practice games. Harrison, the club leader, has been really like he pushes me to keep playing even when I feel like I'm in the trenches. He and has been helping me improve my game in general. Obviously, Dustin, the flow cultist, the flow goblin, we love him no matter how silly the things he says are. They work. He's magic. We don't know why.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, so the final is gonna be you and Max up against Brian, who already does have a seat. You guys gonna be able to take him down? Defeat the Brian, who already coming into the tournament with already a seat secured.
I mean, isn't he like 9 Dan? It's gonna be a big mountain to climb, but DC's already got a 50% chance if we can send somebody. The 50% chance is looking pretty good to me.
hi
Yeah, well,
Dennis.
you got the flow for it, so hopefully it continues, and good luck in the finals.
Yeah, good luck in the
Thank you, thank
finals.
you.
DC does have 2 members, showing you're a pretty strong club, but one of you hopefully can convert it
Well,
to
we'll
a
see how it
WRC seat.
goes.
Alright, so good luck in the finals. You will be starting soon, and we will be taking a short break until the finals start. So please stay tuned until
Alrighty. Thank
the
you.
finals.
I'll see you then.
Yeah, max. So we did finally get the confirmation. So if Brian happens to win, as he already has a seat, he'll take the WRC seat as a higher priority, and the seat he got from NAO would get allocated elsewhere. So essentially, all the players need to play for first is essentially the simple answer here. And looks like we have just gotten started here, and right off the bat, we do have a pretty good, nice dealer hand. It does have the Hatsu pair. It's got the lone 2-mon floating Dora, and some pretty nice shapes as well. Brian on the right has got a lot of Tanyao tiles, so potentially could open up for a Tanyao. It gets a nice Onko, and now looking to maybe just get an early Ricci as well. Across the way, that could potentially maybe draw into an E2 with the right Pinzu draws. It's also just straight up Ishan 10. So Pinfu Ishan 10 for Emily, that's pretty fast. And then the left, that hand side kind of needs some draws, but it's not too slow either. It's a 2 Shan 10, so pretty reasonable hands. That's gonna be the dealer calling the Hatsu. Still holding that 2-mon, hoping to connect to it. Kutsuki Ishan 10 here. Could potentially end up Dora Tonki if you end up calling the complete the Pinzu shape. 6-mon's a nice upgrade. Gives you yeah, this just because it's perfect Ishan 10 this way, so it's the most efficient discard. There it is, Dortonki, as we were looking might happen. And actually, this is a great Dortonki. It's all 3 in the wall. So, chance to get a nice 3-Han win here. This one so chi was offered, but the only way to chi it is to like you could cut like 4 Dora, and it doesn't really do anything anyways. Like the Chanta doesn't matter at this point. You just have the Dora. Ooh. Not yet. I actually just gotta lock it in hard, so not ever. Yeah, seemed a little worried. 1-mon Suji to the dealer. Dealer has called twice, so you definitely have to be a little worried. And so lock the door in, cut the Suji 1-mon. Here's a 9-mon picked up, which you could, yeah, just gonna be thrown right back out. That's Gembutsu as well. No, you lose perfect as well. If you try to cut Pinzu. See if that's pushed. It's not the most dangerous. Yeah, let's go ahead and push it. And can follow cut the 7 so Suji. Here's a chance to call for Brian. Are we gonna see the call? Yep, Tanyo Sanshoku cuts the Suji 3 so. Waiting on that. Yeah, we'll see if this one is still pushed. It is still fighting. Has the Ishan 10 still willing to fight.
Beach.
Goes for it. Gotta get first place. Gonna go ahead and try to fight for it. It's gonna upgrade the weight here with this pawn. Gembutsu weight 7-pin. It's a nice call. You lose the Sanshoku, but a massive weight improvement. We'll see.
Long.
Gembutsu 7-pin. Very nice pawn there from Brian, calling to improve that weight onto the Gembutsu 7-pin and immediately shuts down the Ricci. So, you know, just denying the Ricci, getting the 2,000 points, it's a good start for sure. It now has quite a nice high pie here. Already Ishan 10. Would like to try at a Tanya. Never mind, just draw the 2-pin. It's already immediate turn 3 Ricci on the Nobiton. I don't know, that hand on the right is looking quite strong here. Yeah, maybe I kind of think you have to. I'm thinking at a Pinzu, we'll see what ends up coming out. Remon. That's it's a lot harder to fight this way, but I mean, you do have like the three-sided Pinzu shape, and there is the six Pandora. Oh. Yeah, but if you get Tempai, I think it deals in because I think she's looking at the. Oh, here it is. Come on, not that'll get you saved.
Each.
Imagine we're gonna see a chase here. I just drew all of the Brian's weights, and now
Dong.
nice chase there, Ricci Tanyo. Okay, it's gonna be taking the lead here. And a nice high pie here. A lot of Sozu. We'll see if no, just gonna cut the honors. Just looking at maybe you can also consider one mon if you want to hedge a Honey 2 a little bit, but just gonna play it straight up. We have the 9 Pandora, which is paired up across the way. Although the rest of the hand looking pretty slow. Oh, okay, completing a round men helps. There's another completed round men. Toyman's now all of a sudden Ishan 10. That hand maybe not so slow. Useful draw for dealer. Cuts away from the penchant. Yeah, I don't think you can cut anything that isn't directly contributing to your Ishan 10 here, because you really don't want to drop a pair, because then you lose the chance to just draw Door into Tempai, and you really don't want to break Ishan 10 from Door 2. Yeah, could have been Ishan 10 if you cut the 6-mon, but
Each.
here is Tempai, and that is definitely going to be the Ricci Door 2 on the 3-mon, which has 2 in the wall. Not great here. No. Yeah, that's like your one safe-ish tile, the Suji. Yeah, it does come out. That is going to be the choice. Yeah. Well, now has the Forso to work with. If you're trying to fold, it does come out. No, probably. I mean, it has like it seems like just folding. So I imagine we're just gonna see like the 6-0, 7-0. Yeah, hasn't had to really push anything. Had just like the Forso Gambutsu. Triso Suji's a little push, but we'll see. It does have the Dora, so like if Tempai's reached, it'll try to fight. But yeah, now it just cuts the 7, so it doesn't have the Chitoi anymore. Maybe you could get a normal hand. Dealer out of safe tiles? Are they gonna con to try to find a safe tile, or just try like random 1-mon, one chance? Yeah, it's also one chance. So, and that's a pair, so a little bit better. Yeah, that'll be enough to fold for sure. Yeah.
Seat.
And like 4-pin is a pushable tile. If you could try to get to Tempai. Yeah. Just trying a little Mawashi. It didn't really work. But it was like kind of free to try. Although it does give Haite to the Ricci. So that is one downside of calling, although it doesn't end up mattering. Next, starting with a Tushan 10, has one of the Dora. The other two more of the Dora are over in Brian's hand, who has a Tanya looking hand as well. Like you could end up using 7, 7, 8, 8 as sequences, but if any of the pawns are offered, I have to imagine we'd see a pawn called from Brian and just try to play that for a Tanya, using it as like 3 different pairs. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, that's an extra tile of acceptance. No, yeah. Still can hold it as another pair to potentially call. Valuable. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. Are we gonna see 9? Oh, just throws it right back, actually. A 1, yeah, 147's Freeton, so you don't really want that shape. Yeah. There's an Unco formed, yeah. Oh, yeah. That might even just be thrown back. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, that sends it back. Yep. Without the chance to call pawn, you might just take the first. No!
Eat.
Nice! Yeah, definitely like just trying to maximize the value of the hand here with the Ricci. 5-8, so. Wait, this is Chitoy. Just 7 so. Yeah, sorry, just Chitoy. I misread it. Am I muted? Am I muted?
I'm muted. Keck.
Alright.
I'm muted. Oh. I'm insane. I forgot to turn it on.
You only missed almost. You missed some fantastic commentary though. It was a real shame. You had some banger lines. Too bad they never got to
It's
hear
too good
the
for
airwaves.
everyone. Oops. I mean, if everyone's just drawing dead right now. Thank you for catching that, chat. Oh my god, I misspelled Brian's name again. Every time I spell Brian's name, I spell him as Brain. I don't know why I do this. But, yeah.
Alright. So.
Wait, why is this?
Safely make it to exhaustive here, and make it to South 1. No one's been able to pull away yet. Very close. See what Dennis can do with this second dealership. Fremont Dora. It's a playable hand. 8-pin draw. Okay, doesn't keep it, actually. I was wondering if this can somehow become a Junchan with the help of 8-pin. Or maybe it can become Junchan even without the 8-pin. If you draw the 9-so.
It's pretty rough because kind of want to float everything. Brian's going to draw into that Monzu shape. It's like very wide here to build his last block. He's currently saying 5 blocks. Or sorry, 4 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well,
That'll do it.
Very good. I believe that's currently accepting 258. Or is it... No, sorry. No, it's just 4-7 acceptance.
It also has the 5-8 mon as well.
Also 5-8 mon.
Yeah. And 2-5-8 and 4-7. Yeah, you were right.
I had to turn my head sideways and I can't read it properly.
You got it right the first time.
Okay. Currently, Emily O'Cross also has a very good
Seat.
hand.
Mm-hmm. One away.
One away. Waiting for probably ideally like a 2-mon. That can also build into a pretty good shape. Oh, we're gonna cut the 1-mon first. We don't want to drop Dora.
Yeah, I mean, still East Shanten.
Still East Shanten.
So...
And it's still pretty wide overall. We're like...
You did see the Penchant Chi and what looks like a Honitsu from Max, so maybe just really saying I don't want to cut Dora into that.
Yeah.
So just locking it in.
We'll be slightly punished.
You go headless
Not really.
here with like... No, it doesn't want to go headless.
They doesn't want to take headless.
Locks the pair.
It's gonna suck you a 6-pin. We're not gonna cheat at. We're gonna drop 9-mon though. Everyone's just kind of stuck on the Monzu because no one wants to really cut anything.
Eat.
That's temp by
Well,
for
here's
Brian.
gonna be temp by.
4-7-mon. I believe 4-mon is 1 left and 7 is 1 left. So it's 1 and 1 each. Oh, sorry. I didn't believe there's no more 7s actually. Slash 4-mon.
Sumo.
Oh wait, there's
Yep, finds it.
4-mons. Yep, reach Sumo, Dora. This could be enough food for 1326.
That's gonna be enough for first place.
Yep. The Sumo, you could have interpreted that as a Konchan even though it's a ramen shape. So that's why you can get 1326 off that. So,
I already have the West Yakuhai called here.
yeah, very quick West.
Brian also with Yakuhai.
Brian's in a okay solid lead. Has a okay buffer, but probably still wants to get more points on his dealership.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty playable hand, definitely.
The 5-mon. Gonna keep the 2-1-mon Penchon.
And just looking for a pair here.
Mon is gonna be drawn for Max. Gonna hedge Honitsu now.
Yeah, cutting away from that Sozu.
Yeah, that's technically have enough blocks once you draw into like maybe something else.
You need like a pair, but you could potentially form 2 sequences with 2, 4, 4, 5.
And then go Tonki. Yeah. This door's gonna be drawn by Emily on the right. It's gonna keep it. Max across is gonna draw the Hatsu.
Thinking about a Chi for Tanyao. It would be... You do see like 2 9-sos out, but you also only see 1 more 6-so left, so it doesn't really make sense. And I passed and drew the 9-so, so good pass.
Yeah, and then here, Brian is also Ishanten for regular hand plus Chi Toy plus Ipeiko.
Eat.
Oh, it's gonna be Richi.
Richi Pinfu Ipeiko.
Not Pinfu. It is. We already in
sorry.
South round, but it does have Ipeiko.
Sorry. Yeah, Richi
So
Ipeiko.
nice,
sorry.
Nice one here.
6-9-mon. There's 1 6 left, and 2 9s left. It's pretty solid for a downman, honestly.
Yeah. Very solid Richi here.
Believe that's Tenpai. Kevin, or if that's
I would have to push a 4-pin.
It's gonna push.
And he's willing to do it.
A
Chase with
2-4
Rigi Dorwon.
Shabo. That's
Yeah, I mean, it's a, you don't see any of the weight, so it's like a 4-tile weight to chase with a Dora as well. I think it's a good chase in my opinion.
yeah. Forso is currently 2 held in Emily's hand, and there's 1 so left in Brian's hand. So there's currently Brian has the advantage, but you never know. Looks like Emily. Okay.
Wrong.
It's gonna be wrong here.
Comes out, so Brian gonna get the win.
Go. With her a 2!
Whoa! Huge jump in value there. And that puts Brian in a commanding position and has a nice high pie as well.
Brian! Hey, there are 2 there.
Deny the WRC seat.
Now with a commanding lead at 49,700. Very comfortable spot, especially when raw points matter a lot with small Umo. WRC does run 515 Uma, or 15.5.
Wow, look at that. Kanshan Phil. Everything's going Brian's way at the moment.
And a Yamen.
These
Currently
draws are so
Shantan.
good. Or see if we're going to hedge the E2 still, or just cut the 1-pin away.
Cut 7, Forso. 1-pin hedge.
That's what you're debating. Cut the overlapping Sozu, which would probably be the 4-so, or did I get the 7-so as well? Oh, yeah, because the 8-so door
we
indicator,
don't want to drop the Dora, most likely. Yeah, because
This also makes sense, because if you like backfire draw like 9-so, you have the RM in.
Oh, we can play Kutsuki here now. Yep, we're going to cut the 6-1 for Kutsuki Shanten. 1-pin Forso's Kutsuki. But it's also Kutsuki's into 6-pin as well, because then we can get Itsu. Emily here did pair up the 9-mon. Doesn't want to keep it. And Emily's probably going to drop away from the 9-mon pair. Cross, Max is still working on his hand. Still pretty far overall. On the left are also still working on their hand. Mainly just Emily can draw into a good shape here. Probably like an 8-pin would be really ideal. It's gonna be Tenpai though.
Richie pin Fudora. Here we go.
3-sos are all gone, but 6-sos have 3 left. Immediately gonna drop the Dora after the Richi. And Emily's gonna draw a 9-pin. Probably gonna debate whether to push
all. Like
here.
9-pin, 9-pin, yeah.
Yeah, 9-pin, 9-pin. Just gonna.
He's willing to fight a little bit on the terminal. Nice.
Yeah. And if you do draw the 6-so, you can slide up with Dora and maintain Tanya. It's not even that bad. Also, 4-mon's gonna get dropped. I'm gonna cut the 9-pin again. Gonna have to push maybe 2 or 5-so. Is Max gonna push to 1-so here? Or it's gonna go 3-mon temporarily with Suji. Currently 2 Shanten, but maybe has a chance of Washi because 3-pin can be cut as Suji, or you can just straight up cut 6-pin Gebitsu. A Senpai here for Emily. She gonna chase? 2 5-sos completely unchecked.
Each.
As a Dora.
Well, Ricci,
Yeah,
the 2-mon's completely dead, but 5-mon's 3 left in the wall still. It's actually very good for a Diamond. That is one side completely dead. 5-mon's gonna get drawn here.
Sumo.
And it's gonna get Sumo
Okay,
by
gets the
Emily.
Sumo.
Reach Sumo Dora. And won't hit Ura, but will be 1,000, 2,000.
Closes the gap there a little bit. And still has the dealership here in South 3 to try to make it
Most
come
importantly,
back.
we're ending Brian's dealership. If you just let him keep winning, it's not good.
Yeah, another big dealer Sumo there, and that would make the set a lot tougher.
Yeah, even if it's 26 all, it would just be another like almost 10,000 point swing for everyone. It'd be very tough. But Emily's now dealer with very good shapes, has potential Tanyao. Me on the right.
Chance to call a Hatsu. The hand is pretty cheap. If you're looking at Hatsu Dora 1, I'm actually going to go ahead and pass the first one. Trying to make something a little bigger than just what looks to be difficult to make more than 2K. I mean, maybe there's like a Honitsu, but that involves cutting like all the so. It's tough. Okay, yeah, just Richi seems like the play here. So yeah, Hatsu, and now Pinfu Ishanten. So nice skip, and now potentially could have a nice Richi.
Yeah, me on
Brian
the
gets
right.
a nice draw as well.
Max took directly Ishanten. Didn't bother cutting 8-9 pin for Tanyao. Might consider to do so here with a slight shape upgrade. Brian's gonna cut for an 8-9-1 Penchon.
Yeah.
And
hedging a... Okay, you're going to call the Yakuhai there.
Emily's going to draw into the Ipeiko. Plus, I believe this is also Chitoi Ishanten. Decides to...
You have to get rid of the Sanshoku. You can't really just keep that around. That's got to go here. So one of the 6s decides for the 6-mon.
Is there a preference between which 6-8-8 you cut? You just cut the one that's...
7-mon's one's out, so you cut the Mansu. That's about it.
It's like, yeah. So Emily's currently Ishanten, has a regular hand, plus also has Chitoi. It backfires on the 9th so cut.
Yeah, I mean, but we were never keeping that.
Yeah, we were never keeping. Yeah, Brian's also saying Ishanten here. Has the 147 pin San Menchon, but mainly wants the 7 so to fill that shape.
Chi.
It's gonna be cheat here by Dennis. We're currently 7 so Conchon for Brian.
Sumo.
It's gonna get Sumo
Gets it.
here.
So that moves it into all last.
Max here, starting with 1 dragon pair. And has 2 floaters. Wants to dream big.
1 door 3-mon. It's not so bad. Brian has door pair.
Yeah.
Now pairs up the 9-mon. Would love to try to open this hand. Like, so might end up just dropping 9-mon, 9-mon and going Tanyo.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Max is drawing shapes very quickly. Currently 2 Shanten with triple Kutsuki tiles. Emily here is going to draw into that 3-pin. It's going to lock in 8-mons to pair temporarily. Chun's gonna get drawn. Gonna get pawned.
Kutsuki Ishan 10.
Kutsuki Ishan.
Fast hand.
Dennis on the right also has a very good shape. Good shapes. Leaving the 1-mon for 1-2-3 Sanshoku. 4-pin's gonna get cut here. Most likely it's for future slide ability safety.
Let's give Tanya Ishan 10 to Brian. He's able to call that one.
Dance here draws 8, so could just gonna lock in the Sanshoku here, or try to lock in the Sanshoku.
Trying to make a comeback to at least get 3rd and give yourself a chance in the last game.
Yeah, when first is all that matters, you do have to play slightly differently. It's gonna be now 9-pin drawn. Sanshoku is pretty much not.
What is even the play here?
It's cut
Just
1-mon.
I mean, you can just play straightforward and go for Richi Nomi, but it just throws the 9-pin right back.
Yeah, wants to play towards his conditions. Needs slightly more points to make this win slightly justifiable.
I'd have just been timeout. I think the 9-pin gets kept regardless of what you're greeting. But it's kind of hard to figure out what to cut there.
Yeah.
Not an easy choice.
Brian is currently sitting Ishan 10. Has very wide 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. It's gonna take the gonna pawn 7, take the Conchon 5-mon for Tenpai. Has Dora 2. Usually wins this.
Oh, Khan into Forsadora.
Is this gonna be the fill here for Dennis? Currently Ishanten for Sanshoku.
Yeah, and the 8-so would pass. Just looking for the 2-mon, 3-mon, and then has a good chance with Sanshoku and Adora.
Yeah. But this is trouble because Dennis honestly just... Okay, we'll cut the 8 so. Emily's gonna draw the 5 mon here. We'll deal in. It's also kind of live.
Yeah.
Deals into door shape as well. Might just think about it. We'll just push
Don't.
it. And we'll deal to Brian for 39.
So wow, what a start for Brian there, with only one end above 30,000 at the end of the day.
Yeah. Brian with a 36.6. Solid first.
32.1 gap over second is, you can't really ask for much better than that.
Yeah, so
And,
that is gonna be updated on the screen on the right. You can see the scores. And we're probably gonna wait for the following games to start soon. And we don't know when that will be though. People are gonna have to figure out their conditions. But
Yeah.
while we're waiting for them, we can talk a little bit about the players. Brian, who just took first place, is 2 times 9 Dan Tenho. Also, our winner of our NA North American Open currently already has a WRC seat. Just here to deny other people and to just claim another title for himself. Meanwhile, Emily's from Pacific Mahjong League, from where I am from. Mainly just plays in person, doesn't really ever play online. And likes Aka Ari better than Akanashi, but here she is, trying to represent the West Coast. Meanwhile, Max and Dennis are both from DC. And I believe Max is like relatively newer into the scene, but I could be mistaken. But let me go check. I believe Max is like... Never mind. He's been playing Richie Mahjong for 5 years. Heck. But oh yeah, so he only started playing competitively last year, and the last game has started in roughly 3 minutes.
So everyone here is just united against Brian. It just needs to sink Brian.
Yeah, Brian has
For
a
anyone to
very
have a chance.
solid lead. Not only does he have placements, but he also has point buffer. If this bigger Uma, it might even be more beneficial for other players, but this is small.
I mean,
Uma.
For Emily in particular, it's definitely pretty doable.
Yeah,
Max,
two-ish.
it's possible. It needs like the perfect game. You know, basically just needs what Brian did, but in reverse. And then it's gonna be pretty tough for Dennis. Dennis needs something like a huge dealership. Just run the score way up. Get some like maybe chase Brian and get like a direct hit Oya Hanuman or something crazy. But see what happens. Certainly possible.
36.6 minus 4.5, 32.1. Well, currently Emily needs 1 placement and 22,000, 2 placements or 12,000, or 3 placements plus 2,000. Well, I mean, the 3 placements plus 2,000 is probably easy, but even like if she has placements on Brian, she needs a lot of raw points to overtake. Meanwhile, it's not over for Max as well, but Max is going to need a very good game, and Dennis is going to be needing a lot of direct hits on Brian, most likely, if he wants a chance of trying to claim his WRC seat.
Yeah, Dennis just has to absolutely fight on really hard on both of their dealerships and just hope that one of them goes really well.
Yeah. If not, we're going to probably see a lot of Yakuman farming from Dennis. Where is Dennis? Dennis has South dealer, so this is pretty okay. It's actually slightly more advantageous that you have a earlier dealership. Because if you're nearing South 4, everyone's just like, if several people have conditions, there's being a lot of damas, and you can like really hard to identify tempais. Especially
I think
Brian.
it's maybe in a winner take all, the ideal seat might be North if you need to make a comeback, because like you can get in situations where like Brian's the only one trying to stop Max, right? Because like Emily needs Yakuman, and then potentially Dennis needs Yakuman, and it's just like, okay, it's just Max versus Brian, and if Max just wins like 4 of those in a row or something,
Yeah,
you never know.
I mean, I've like watched pro play, and it does become really obnoxious sometimes, where we're like in 5 Homba, South 4, because the dealer's rushing to get the Tenpai, the slam Ricci, and then everyone just hard folds because there's just no incentive whatsoever to ever deal in.
Yeah.
So maybe it is somewhat incentive. I mean, that might be very good for Max, because Max is it's not unrecoverable, but still needs some points. We're gonna start. Dealer is Brian. On the right is Dennis. Across is Emily, and on the left is Max. I feel like
Max going straight for a call. We see Hatsu Hakuchin. That looks like a Yakuman easy.
Yeah, but because of that pawn, Brian's gonna fill the 7-mon into the penchon. It's very good fill.
Pickup. Max took a door pair. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's actually huge. And then if you can sumo this, be pretty big for. But Brian here.
We can already debating how safe do I want to play.
How safe do you want to play?
Like normally it's just automatic south, but yeah, 2-so just because playing to the conditions.
Yeah. Because it's not worth it if you just deal into pots on someone's early Ricci. Yeah. Emily's gonna pawn the west. Let's have this Yakuhai. Brian will slightly backfire on this 3-so. But not too hard. We'll cut the south, because it does build into direct Tenpai if they do a 4-so.
Yeah.
South is called. Actually, Brian also doesn't need to hold safe tiles as much, because there's 2 open. So the chances of you dealing into like a Ricci is very little, because everyone's open, right? So
you don't have to worry a little bit because you haven't seen any of the very usable. Oh well, there's gonna be the sumo Dora. And speaking of the Dora, Max had 2 of them, so picks up a nice first win there. It's a good start for sure.
Yep, it's gonna be sumo Dora for Max. It's currently gonna.
Brian actually gonna be very happy with that. If you ask Brian at the start of that round, how do you feel about Max sumoing 4,000? It's just like, yes, sign me up, please. But 4th place, winning a hand and just passing my dealership, I'll take that.
Yep. Well, no. Currently, Dennis is 4th place.
Oh, you're right. Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry,
Dennis
I had the scores shifted.
But it still doesn't really matter because they're so far from each other. Like, I believe Dennis or Max specifically himself needs. Let me go check right now. Needs 48.
Max definitely has a chance with like a first.
Yeah, needs 48,000 points. So, like a first plus 2 placements, so it's 28,000. Oh, okay, that's pretty hard. Max is drawing a lot of pairs right now. Still cutting away.
Nice early Ishan 10 for Emily with the potential to go like door Ipeko if he can pull in another 3-pin.
Yeah. And it's like you potentially draw like door Ipeko, and you could just maybe. Would you Dama that though?
No, I would not send it.
Yeah, I think you have to send it, right?
I think so.
I don't think we pawn here for Emily.
No way. Yeah, this is just so often 2,000. I don't know.
I'm okay with passing the first and maybe calling the second type of situation.
I don't even call the second, because it doesn't even like this is one of those calls where it's like you call but you don't change your Shanten. Like you were ramming Ishanten before the call, and now you're like headless Ishanten after the call.
Oh, but so we'll just slurp up the Dora there.
Yeah, I mean, it does take the Tenpai. It just takes a Tonki, one of the Monzu.
Yeah, probably we'll just break immediately anyways with the 2-3 Mon cut back to back. This can be Ishanten now for Brian on the left as well. Currently 3-Mon Tonki. 5-sos for 10. Probably gonna cut it back. 3-Mon might just. Okay, 3-Mon's gonna get kept for Max for a while. We're gonna Ricci here. 2-so 9-pin Shabo.
Is Suji trapped on the 9-pin?
Yeah, so she's trapped on the 9-pin. But Emily also might swap because she might just think that 9-pin also just has a very high chance of coming out as well. But 9-pin's actually Mochi Mochi right now.
Yeah.
Depends on how well Max can fold this out. Emily's gonna draw the 6-pin, might swap here, but also could just cut it because Genbutsu. We're gonna go 8-pin, 8-pin first for Max. 9-pin's looking very likely to come out sooner or later. 1-pin, will she swap here?
We're gonna see a 1-pin Tonki.
It also deals
attempted.
into Dora's shape, so it's actually very risky for her to drop. But 3-mon's also just complete Shonpai. We'll drop the complete Shonpai 3-mon though. 1-pin. 2 to the wall is very good actually. Meanwhile, these 2-sos, only 1 2-so left. We'll draw the last Dora!
Might just see it thrown back.
But it's actually Furry 10.
Okay, goes for the 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if we can get the sumo here.
Yeah, could have sumoed already, but we'll just deal in here. 9-pin for Reach Nomi. Or sorry, Reach Dora. And no Ura 2 this time, thankfully. Yeah, unfortunate for Emily. Could have sumoed, but decided to...
These are good hands. I wonder if we can turn this into Honitsu. I kind of want to go like 2-pin. But starts at the south. I'm looking at like Honitsu Dora. That's 12k.
Could
Oh, with Yakuhai as well.
We'll pass. We'll fill the
Okay,
3,
well,
so...
Yeah, now I'm just going to try to play for
Now we're just going to Renchon most likely. Just try to aim for a Renchon. Meanwhile, on the right, Max, I think with pretty good shapes actually. So let's have the Ipeku Konchon shape, but overall, shapes are solid blocks. Meanwhile, across, Brian just has probably some shapes he needs to work on.
I like Tanya Sanshoku with the perfect draws. Does need to get those draws before the hand can complete. Trying into an Onko is nice there.
Home.
Did you see the Hatsu called? So just gonna take the Hatsu Door 1 Tenpai here. Waiting on the 2-pin.
Yeah, Hawk is still 2 in the wall. It's pretty good actually. Maybe if we just fill the 7-mon, and if we end up on the Shabo with 1 cut west and Haku, it'd be really insane. But that 2-mon's a very useful draw as well for Brian. Where he wants to cut the 9-mon Dora, we'll hold on to it a bit longer. It's really hard to cut. Emily's gonna draw the 4-so here. Cut. Oh, it's gonna cut the 8-9-mon.
Yeah, I'm just prioritizing the good shapes here. If you could end on this Shaw Haku Shampon, that'd be pretty good.
It's most likely the call right here if you're gonna cut that.
Yeah.
Take Tenpai. 3-6-so. 1 3-so left.
Brian thinking about a Chi here.
Yeah.
Go for a Tanya play.
It's also... Oh, yeah. Most likely we'll just cut Dora anyways.
Rewarded with a 6-mon draw instead.
Yeah. Brian needs to do some acrobatics to dodge dealing in. Max will Ricci. Waiting on 3-6-so. Exact same way as Emily.
This could be cheat, but it would just be Tonki Tenpai. So not gonna take it.
If someone deals in, it will get a Tamahanade by Emily. Brian will deal in with 2-pin.
And that's gonna shut down the Ricci there.
Yep. I mean, Brian's probably really happy with that deal in. Probably would have just been more expensive to fold.
It works out just paying 2k there. Okay, on to Max's dealership here. Got a pretty decent hand. Tanya Shapes has 1 Dora. Already a call of the Sha Yakuhai. Has the Hatsu as well. You could maybe try to turn that into a Honitsu for some value.
Yeah.
If you can pick up some Manzu. Ideally, you're not just winning like all these cheap hands. At some point, it'd be nice to get some value. Yeah. This one could potentially be it.
We probably
like 2-mon. I want to just there it is 5-pin. Yeah. Okay, nice. We're going for the value play. I like it.
Meanwhile, Max is actually some pretty good shapes overall. Could potentially build a Saw Minchon here. Then he's gonna immediately couldn't cut the 6-so. And he's just gonna take Tenpai here on 4-7-mon. Doesn't want to take the 20.
Happy to just win 2,000.
They're winning 2,000 here. Yep.
Does still have a dealership, so it doesn't need to be too desperate here.
Yeah, but Dennis does need a lot of points in general.
Yeah.
So there's no more 4 bonds, and there's 1 7 bond, and there's 3 7 bonds left.
Really wide Ishan 10 for Max.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it. We're gonna see. Just gonna go for the Dama here on the 7
Max will most likely avoid dealing in now on all scenarios on the 4 mon.
I think I like a Ricci here from Max.
Well,
Tanya Door 1 is pretty cheap. I think you want more than that.
Oh, but this is huge.
Wasted
Draws
value.
A 7 mon.
Wait,
Wait, why?
Wait, was that not Tempai yet? Sorry, did I misread the shape?
You know, he cut the.
I misread the shape. Sorry, I misread the shape.
But
it wasn't Tempai yet. And then they hit Senpai and Delta in a 4 mon. I'm sorry, I misread the shape. I thought it was 3-3-3 mon. It was 3-3-4 mon.
3-3-4 mon. But they also didn't take the Dunbin. Also decided to take the in Totsu-san Minchon, but deals in. Could have had a perfectly good Tanya Pinfu Dora or Ricci Tanya Pinfu. Decide to take it. We'll deal in. It's now Brand's dealership. It's actually a very fast-paced game. Pretty much hasn't been any new cookies, no folding whatsoever. I'm just gonna call Haku here. We're really reasonable because you don't want Brian to ever wrench on. Because if Brian decides to wrench on, it's gonna be very expensive.
Yeah, at the moment, you know, Brian temporarily in 3rd place. You could see potentially, you know, with the Max so close, potentially get like a 4th place, and then that's where Emily has her chance.
Yep, Emily will have a very decent chance if it's 1st or 4th, but even if it's 1st or 2nd, she'll need a lot of point buffer. She could currently doesn't want to build a toy. Like,
yeah, I had a chance there. Would I had to sort of like drop away from the door Kanchan, so I didn't want to do that.
You could also just cut 3 pin and hedge, but didn't decide to do so. Oh. Immediately Tempai though, so rewarded for not hedging. We'll be on Kanchan 4 pin, but can it still improve the shape? Especially if the 4 mon pawn becomes available, which is very unlikely with how the hands are looking from Max and Brian.
Kanchan Phil for Brian, who now is just headless looking for a pair.
We can get off the door indicator and go swap the Shabo 6 pin 4 mon. It also allows you to draw another Dora and 7 for better shapes.
And it's gonna be the shift.
Yeah, it's currently Emily is drawing dead on the hand, but she can change her hand still. Also can draw like a 3 mon to swap to.
Big 6 mon draw for Max, who's now headless Onko Ishan 10. That's looking good.
Very wide Ishan 10 for Max. Probably prefers to draw like a Pinzu for this, or not. Sorry, not a Pinzu. Like probably like
Tempai. What are we gonna see? We're gonna see Dama? It is gonna be a Dama. Just Dama Pinfu.
Dama Pinfu.
Immediately comes out. So it picks up 1,500 points.
1,500.
Yeah, the 1 4-pin weight there like is 2-sided, but the 4-pin side was like the door indicator. So rather than taking like kind of a bad weight Ricci, given the scores, just decided to go for the Dama, and it did work out.
It's also really risky if someone decides to just chase you and just you deal into pots or something later.
Yeah, and now has a nice hand here.
Yeah. Chin's gonna get pulled by Max. Doesn't have any door yet, but we'll draw 4 pin for door acceptance. Meanwhile, Brian here has really good shapes overall. Currently saying 2 Shanten. Meanwhile, on the right, it's pretty okay shapes overall. Probably trying to hedge.
Yeah, pretty slow looking at the moment.
Yeah, but
needs a
if
lot
we
of
get
good draws.
there, we'll have like Tanya Dora, maybe Pinfu. Emily here has the slowest hand out of everyone. Has very
that is so tough.
Yeah, just gonna cut the 1 pin. Try to play okay shapes just in case we fill them. 5 mon's actually a very huge draw here. And Formal's going to be huge draw for Emily as well. Progressing to hands finally. Brian currently can choose between 2 Conchons. We'll cut the 5-7 Mon. Hoping to get the 7
draw.
so.
That's nice. Connect. Give yourself another realm in here for.
Oh, Emily's gonna fill a second Conchon in a row.
Starting to get there. Oh, Tempai found.
Tempai.
On the 2-5 so.
Yep.
Shindora 1 for Max.
5 so's gonna get, one of them's gonna get drawn here.
It's probably gonna be held. Seems like a
Oh,
Monzo's
he's
gonna.
gonna deal it in.
Never mind. Gonna come right out.
Chundora for Max. We're gonna end Brian's dealership here.
And just like no, these scores have not changed. Everyone's essentially still at starting points here. We're coming down to the end.
And the only one
this could be a crazy all last depending on what happens here.
Yeah. Like everyone's points are just basically the same. The only one that's really benefits is actually just Brian because he's just first overall in the set.
Yeah, I mean, like Emily though, like all it takes is like
1 Mong on Sumo or something.
Yeah. Emily's like, this is not necessarily a terrible spot just because at the moment Brian's in like, I guess in 3rd place at the moment, but like if Emily won just any hand, like it would temporarily potentially drop Brian down to 4th. Like it's not hard to imagine Brian ending up 4th with these scores, just of how close it is.
But also, if there's like a Sumo, since Brian did not get Oyakabri ever, like you can potentially also Oyakabri someone into 4th and Brian's just saved as well. So it's like a really weird situation. It depends on how good your math is.
This is a really nice hand for Dennis here, who like you see cutting that 3 so just like trying to force a strong hand here, looking like at the E2.
But we're most likely trying to get Kizuki Shanten.
Oh, well, here, he's probably going to take Pinfu Shanten, or Tempai, excuse me.
Yeah, Arish Pin Fudora right now. 2-5 Mon. 2 Mon just got cut by Brian, so does get a little bit lucky on that. But there's still 2. Oh, this is our 2 Mon. Won't be getting cut anytime soon.
So doesn't really, probably gonna try like 1 so 2 so like doesn't really have anything safe, but 2 Mon 5 Mon are like the last tiles to try. So
yeah, especially
probably not gonna end up dealing in.
But I think Emily might be dealing in soon with that Chi on the 7 Mon.
Yeah, that 2 Mon is pretty loose. Needs to draw something around it to avoid a deal in.
Also, Emily just kind of called with like no tiles.
Yeah, just really trying to win a Tanyo.
Yeah, it's gonna deal in here most likely.
This should be a big Ura.
If we hit Ura, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be an Ura here.
Wow! All right. Okay, so this is how the comeback starts. We saw it to make it into the finals. Had a huge comeback in all last. Could this happen again on the final dealership of the set?
Yep. Dennis does need to work hard, but it's not impossible for Dennis to come back.
I mean, hey, that's 12,000 to just do that again. You know, it's possible for sure. It's possible.
I mean, currently, I believe he needs a. Let's check. 66,300 on Brian. So 3 placements plus 30 Yakumon. But it's not impossible. I mean, if you keep winning,
you just need to win in your dealership. That's the key.
Yeah.
Which you just saw there, like that was 12,000. You just got, I mean, then you can do that again. It's doable for sure. We saw it happen.
Yeah,
just
we
the
saw
last
it happen.
set. That was like so far back and made it work. So let's not count them out until.
Meanwhile,
at least we still have the dealership.
Currently, Dennis has a pretty solid hand overall. It's got some shapes. Got some two runs. Base or Diamond here. Elma here on the right. Is trying to get maybe Junchan in, but also has Dora, so I imagine hard to build Junchan with those type of shapes.
Yeah, I think just gonna try for a Ricci hand.
Yeah, Dennis here is gonna draw the 4 Diamond here.
Keeping the Chun.
Yeah. Really wants their safe tile. Meanwhile, across Max, slowly building ahead. Shanten right now. Currently, potentially Mentonpin. And Brian on the left is going to fill the 2-pin. It's going to cut the 4 so for Sanshoku. Yep.
6 so huge. That's nice improvement there.
You can cut
Imagine
2
we're gonna-
so to secure your pair in. But it's gonna cut 1 mon temporarily. Does make sense.
Yeah, it has like the chance at maybe an E2, although it doesn't seem super likely.
It's gonna draw the
just
8 so here. Temporary for slightly free 10, but also has a lot of chances to build pairs now with this shape. Can draw 4, 7, 5, 8 so for any type of pair. But Max is gonna be the first one to tempai here, reaching on 6, 9 pin. 6 pins,
Nice
2
pin
left
for
in the
tempai.
wall. 1 9 pin left in the wall. Just gonna get tempai here. I think
Chase!
Dennis is gonna slam. 5 8 mon. 5 is actually very good. 2 left in the wall. Well, there's 1 8 mon. 3 versus 3 5 8 mon. That's gonna be Pasumo!
Wow! Epot's Sumo! Okay, no error this time, but 2600 all. And is this another comeback? Could it happen again?
Huge sumo for Dennis here. Actually, so insane. But he's gonna defend his dealership and try to keep maintaining his dream to go to WRC. That's a pretty solid head again. Has a door this time. Meanwhile, on the right, Emily also has some shapes, but needs to fill those conchons and penchons. Meanwhile, across, Max looks like he has the best hand, speed-wise, but there's no value whatsoever at the moment. We'll draw Dora here. Maybe we can cut 6 on the hedge, but also we'll just cut West immediately. Meanwhile, on the left, Brian here actually has some pretty good shapes overall. And has a pair that... Oh, he's going to fill the 7, so... It's going to cut the 2 pin, turn into 1 pin pair.
I'm gonna see 2 quick pawns here, which can either be Chuna Onazuke, but also really looking at like a Toy. If you can draw a Dora here, that would be huge.
Brian's
Dora.
also now he's now Kusuke E Shanten. It's gonna cut the 6 pin. They're gonna slightly look Itsu. Really hope to draw the 5 though for San Minchon.
Yeah, this is a really nice Kutsuki.
Oh, unfortunately backfires on the 7 pin. Dennis here draws the 6 mon. He's gonna try to maybe hedge some Tanyao.
He's gonna hold this Kanshan on the final 2 pin. You never know.
Needs to get some sort of value somewhere.
Also, 1 pin looks like, from Max's perspective, a tile that could be paired up. It is the pair happens to be in Brian's hand, so it's actually dead, but doesn't
Brian's
know that.
just drawn 3 7 pins in a row. And the last 7 pin is going to be drawn by Dennis here. So now Ishanten. He's gonna cut the 7. He's gonna cut the 1 so. I'm gonna try to get Tanya in as well.
Yeah, see if it gets there. Brian drawing nothing but pins.
Most ideal draw for Dennis will most likely be the 4 so. It's actually 3 left in the wall for this 4 so. Meanwhile, Brian has unfortunately failed to Kusuke a tile so far. It's pretty rough, but he doesn't know that a lot of the monsters being held by other players. 1 pin's gonna come out, but it's gonna be Tenpai here. Most likely Dama. There's also Tenpai here for Dennis. He's gonna Richi?
I have to imagine.
He must have to, right?
You're like looking at like waiting for the Sanshoku, but nah, you gotta just take your
you just have to
Richi Door one.
Richi. Yeah, it's so late. It's gonna Forso's gonna be drawing pots by Emily. Not gonna drop it. Brian is gonna draw the 2 mon.
Is 2 mon pushable? Yes, it is pushable. To keep the Dama Tempa, you gotta try to at some point get this dealership over with. Willing to push the 2 mon, which is, you know, not one of the less bad tiles to have to push. You can see like 2-3 mon cuts.
Shonpai Chun. Let's drop it. It's gonna give Tenpai 2 max here. 1 Forso. North.
That's
Also,
cut.
was it the 1's cut?
Yeah, 1's cut on that first turn by dealer.
Emily's gonna draw the 8 mon fill. It's currently Ishanten herself as well. 3 pin's gonna come out.
Yeah, 3 pin came out.
Is this Tenpai for Emily? Is she gonna Richi? She's gonna Richi on 4 7 pin. It's gonna be Sumo and Forso. For Max to just end this.
That's big points for Max. Putting Max into first place. Potentially setting up a nice all last Gyuk 10 chance.
Yeah. It's actually very huge for Max. Max needs 48,000. But with 2 placements, he only needs 28,000 overall points.
Yeah, very doable in that final dealership.
Emily here has a lot of wins.
That is a lot of wins.
Might want to keep it because it's really hard to get
a lot
first.
of points.
You could just cut 7 pin and try to. She's gonna try to hedge the Honitsu here, or probably will straight up just go Honitsu.
And you never know if you just keep drawing wins. That's
South
a
is gonna get
comeback
cut
chance.
here.
Yeah, probably gonna pull and
call
cut 4 pin.
Probably gonna cut 4 pin here. It's gonna cut the north.
Doesn't believe in the dream.
Trying to prioritize the wrench hunt over.
Yeah.
Honitsu. South Honitsu. Also, it's not over though, because if Emily does draw the east, oh no, she's just gonna play full efficiency.
Fully off it.
It's like
this is like kind of cheap is the issue. Like you need to make up a lot of points. I don't know how much like 2 Han helps.
Yeah. Over on the left, that's East Shanten right now. For currently what looks to be Pinfu by Dennis.
This is tough for. I mean, Dennis, I just try to win this hand, I guess.
It's a huge 4-mon draw. If we cheat 8-mon, we can cut 4-pin, 4-pin.
Yeah.
Or even cheat anything, we cut 4-pin, 4-pin.
I mean, you can still do the Honitsu.
Like, I wouldn't even mind breaking here because 4-pin, like, could get potentially dangerous later on.
No, I like the Honitsu. I agree.
Yeah.
Making a 12k hand is just so huge. You gotta. I
Max is gonna Kiski the 2-mon with the 4-mon here. He's gonna drop the Hatsu pair. Trying to probably look for Pinfu as well. East Shanten needs 3-mon fill, but there are actually no more 3-mons left in this game. Max is gonna draw the 6-mon. Could go Doratonki maybe. You can get a lot of value from that.
We certainly might see
That's
that.
Tenpai
here it is.
It could
We're gonna see
be
the Doratonki. Looks pretty tempting.
Or you can Dama and try to shift to Sanshoku, but it's gonna Doratonki.
There it is.
There it is. Actually, very huge. 2 left in the wall. This sumo here is actually so huge for Max.
Emily's got to fight.
Emily's gonna fight.
Dealership go here.
Gonna cut the 9-mon. Gonna directly take Tenpai on 6-mon. There's only 1 6-mon left. Well, there's only. She gonna
improve the weight here.
Improve the weight to 3-6, or are we just gonna? No, we just have to improve the weight here. Yeah. She's gonna take. Oh, she's gonna get off.
Now breaks. Okay, let's see if this works. The final row Tenpai break.
Realizes that she doesn't have many opportunities to fight. The 2-mon Dora is going to drop. There's only 1 left now. It's gonna be reach on 2
and here's another Ichi.
There's only 1 5. There's no more 5-mons. There's only 1 single Dora left. 2 people are waiting on it. 7-mon here. Brian's thinking about breaking pots. Doesn't want to do so. He's gonna fold the 5-pin.
Uh-oh, Emily is running out of draws to get back into Tenpai. This late Tenpai
the last
break.
2-mon is gonna be drawn. So there's no more. It's gonna be a chi here.
Okay, gets back to Tenpai just in time.
We have to chi here because and then we're gonna cut 6-pin.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I believe there's no more 1-4s, but oh no, there's 1-1-mon left, I believe, but I doubt we're gonna East is 3-10. Also Genbutsu. The 1-mon's gonna get dropped by Brian, and it's gonna end to Yukoku here.
Right, well, Emily was able to hold Tenpai, so gets another round here. Brian
actually huge for the entire table that Brian doesn't get Tenpai. Because now this is a 4K swing for everyone on Brian. Making Max's and Dennis's conditions much more doable. Emily here. Staying with 1 Dora, but... Oh, Dora 2. Gonna cut 9-mon. Probably gonna try to hedge for Tanyao. Meanwhile, on the right, Max also has shapes, but... Probably needs to get Tanya or something in to get a little bit more value. Meanwhile, across, Brian just has 3 pairs. And not ideal shapes. And on the left, Dennis is currently saying 3 Shanten, I believe. Or 2. Emily's going to draw the 4 pin. Currently 2 Shanten. Really wants that Dora, but it's currently Mochi Mochi with Dennis, so it's never going to get dropped. Dennis is going to draw the 3 pin Onko. Gonna cut the 5 pin. Currently saying 2 Shanten with Dora 2. Brian here is going to draw the 8 pin, gonna kick a 7 pin. And most likely... gonna drop a 1, so... And they're going pretty slow overall. Max is not going to hold the 6-0 for the Chi Toy hedge. And Brian's going to cut the 1-1 so's. Emily's going to draw the 5-mon. Going to cut the 8 pin. Trying to play full efficiency from here on. Max is going to be slightly punished with
Oh no, the backfire.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of slow for everyone. Dennis here is going to draw some 3-so. I'm going to cut away from the 9-mon. Going to try to hedge Tanya here.
Oh, there it is. There's the Tanya draw.
Yeah, here's the Tanya draw. Still have Sanshoku alive.
Yeah, that's a monster potential hand over there.
This is Tenpai. Reach Tanya Pinfuri Peiko. 4-7-so. The weight's actually very good. 2 4-sos, 2 7-sos. There's 4 left in the wall.
Huge chance here for Max.
It's gonna go in here.
Emily had to try to defend the dealership. Had the door pair as well, but there it is. 8k points to Max. All right. And this is
We're now in South 4 finally. Max is at 42,600.
Just needs to get first place.
Believe that's 19,000, which currently him and Brian are 48,000, so it needs 28,000 with 2 placements.
Yeah, so just
needs to get a
first place
here.
Would be enough.
Yeah, well, it needs to overtake Dennis. And Dennis' condition is still pretty rough.
Yeah.
2 placements.
With like Baimon Sumo, would that be like
no, it's
another
not
like 20
enough.
20k?
It's only 46.3. Needs 46,300 point gap on top of the 2 placements, so it's probably just gonna be a
yeah, not quite. Just outside of Baimon Sumo range.
It's gonna probably
with
be
a stick. With a stick of Baimon Sumo would do it, right?
Don't know what the actual gap is, but most likely.
Right now it's 25-3.
25-3.
So it could go up to 45-3, and then a stick would make it 46-3.
But what happens in a tie?
Would that exactly tie 46?
Yeah, it's exactly tie.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I
don't
know what the tiebreaker is.
What is coin flip? In the rope book, it's like coin. Oh no, it's higher first.
Interesting.
What did Brian get last game? 36.3? 36.6? What's 36.6? Minus 15.
Another call for Max. Past the first 8 pin. Gonna call this time. Just open for the Tanya.
I think if they tie, they're gonna give it to
6-mon.
Oh, 8 pin's a really good draw here.
Why 6-mon? Okay, we'll get to the pawn here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it wants pawn ability?
Not sure. We'll see how this works out.
7-mon's gonna get drawn here. It's gonna.
It'd be funny if Brian could end the turn with a Junjon. That is actually not so far off.
It's gonna draw 4-mon, 4-mon. 7-mon's gonna be drawing dead. 6 pin is 1 left in the wall. 6-so is also pretty hard to pawn. You can take the Yonkon here, but I doubt it with how they've been playing. They really enjoy the pawn ability, but we'll take the Yonkon here. Oh, are you gonna get really hard punished with this? Nope. Brian's gonna hold the 6-so for a bit longer.
Boom.
Oh, 1-mon's gonna get pulled on the 6-so. The 6-so drop with the backfire for Max.
Here we go. The Junchan Yushan 10. What a way to end
Actually,
it.
not
That
that
would
far
be.
off. Except the 7 pins are just not available for Brian to win. Or 7, yeah, the 7 pin. It's Poland
True.
+1 across.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think Brian understands that, but doesn't really care.
No, because like you can still fold out. You have 1 pin, 8 pin, 9 pin
Yeah.
against the dealer, so it's like.
Oh, good swap here.
There it is. Yeah.
A 7-mon, except the 7-mon pairs are also being used.
This one's no better.
It's no better whatsoever. But the thing is, I don't know if Max can even get Tenpai here. We'll get Tenpai with the 5-so drop. Oh, no, Emily's gonna hold it for a bit longer.
Yeah. Emily has like a cheat toy. I don't.
No,
I mean,
think
Emily
she's
needs like
just,
Suwanko.
She just probably going for K10 and just like, even if you win, you have to just not take Tenpai.
Yeah.
Yeah, still 1 6-pin left for Max to pull and for Tenpai. It's actually looking really rough because all the 5-stars are gone for the Kanchan. There's actually, well, 3 says so.
Yeah, this is not the easiest hand to get the Tenpai.
Actually might be really bad because it doesn't get Tenpai. Brian's just gonna win.
Yeah, that would just end the tournament on a no 10. A little anticlimactic, but it is.
I mean, that's how
It is
WRC
kinda heading
ended
that
last
direction.
time. 3-so, it's not gonna get dropped by Emily, I think. Just look at this, another 3-so. There's only 1 3-so left. 1 6-pin left.
Oh no.
3-so? Emily might follow here to fold. Oh, there we go. We're safe with the Tenpai. We're solved with the K10.
Tenpai.
Or to the Tenpai. 7-mon 6-pin. There's only 1 6-pin left in the wall. But it doesn't really matter because all Max cares about is
It's just getting another dealership is huge here.
He was getting the angst for a bit. But we're saved. Yeah, unfortunately Dennis here is slightly furry-tend. Probably was drop the 4-so back out. Oh, we'll drop the 5. The 4-so was not pawnable. And I believe we're just going to be heading to Yukoku here.
There's a Haite chance. Is there any tiles left for this?
Oh yeah, he has 1 draw. Maybe we Haite Sumo? Maybe?
No, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. Lily's dead. That's right.
Oh, sorry.
Eat.
6 are gone. Reach it! Wait!
Yeah, I didn't even know you were allowed to Ricci.
Wait.
You're allowed to Ricci? Wait a second.
Wait. What edition of the rules are we using?
Maybe actually WC you are allowed, actually.
No, WC, you're not allowed to reach with any draws left.
Maybe
Wait.
they changed that. They might have changed that, actually.
But we're running the 2022 rule set in this tournament.
We
It
are?
doesn't matter what the new WRC allows.
Oh, okay.
The old one, you're not allowed to.
I mean... Either way, we saw Ricci. Just donated a stick. It didn't... Well, actually, it could end up potentially mattering for the condition.
It doesn't even matter, though. Your position... She's not getting first, though.
It was kind of a weird Ricci. It's just like the buttons here.
As Jen mentions the new rules, I hope they were informing the participants, because I don't think the participants themselves do. I bet she was surprised to even see the Ricci button light up on her screen. I wonder if that plus even mattered.
Either way.
Yeah, or wait, this Chun pair is pretty good for Renchoning material. We might be stuck here for a while. We're Ishanten here. Could pass the first Chun pawn, honestly, at this point. 4-5-so Shabo is not very strong of a weight. Oh, it's 3G. 3-6-so.
Oh boy, jeez.
Guess we're gonna be stuck here for
early
a
Ricci
while.
for Max.
I don't see Brian ever pushing in this scenario. But might run out of safe tiles. But probably has 4-so Nakasuji plus 9-pin, like slightly Sotogawa. With the 8-pin drop. You have to work off the best what you have. 1 6-so Takame left. And 3-so's 3 left in the wall. So it's 4 total. I'm gonna drop Genbutsu for 7-so first. And we're probably gonna work from there. Emily should probably just fold. She doesn't really have a condition at the moment.
Yeah.
But depends.
This hand's not really. There's nothing to fight for with this hand. You just fold and try again next hand.
Try again. Yakuman farm
Hold
again
on,
next hand.
we got a 6
pin.
draw.
Tuso Suji.
Yeah, it's not the easiest hand to fight.
2 pin is safe again. What draw are we gonna like try to 5 pin? We can cut 9 pins, Sotogawa. Or we cut Forso.
This is
Nakasuji.
Ishan 10. Can you cut the 9 pin? That's the question.
I think you can go Forso Nakasuji, but they were just done on the.
There's also
stuck on
6-7 mon. I think if you're not cutting 9 pin, you're cutting 6-7 mon. 9 pin. There it is. Fight.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. And what happens if we draw 5-8 mon?
Then you probably cut like Forso Nakasuji.
Oh, 6-0. The last 6-0 is gonna be drawn. So no more Takame Ipeiko. Still 2 3-0s left in the wall. It's gonna be a hard choice. Gonna cut the 9 pin Gibitsu. Emily here. Slowly trying to work their way into K10. 7 pin. Nah, it's just too hard to push.
Now the 6-7. It's still Ishan 10. This is still Ishan 10.
Once the 4-7 pin it back, maybe get, and then you can get the 5 mon. Oh, okay. I think we have to stop here. We draw 2 sets of CG. But we can also maybe cut. Yeah, it's like really hard to push here.
3-6 and 4-7 are both live Suji, so that does make it quite tough.
Emily just might deal in for K10 here.
That definitely could end up happening.
Or it's not even K10, it's just regular Tenpai, but...
Yeah.
Eat.
Oh, well...
Yeah, there it is. Does come out, the 3-so.
Richi.
Any Ura here.
Won't be any Ura.
No Ura. But this is getting really close here. Just still need to win another hand.
Needs to win a pretty big hand still, I'm pretty sure.
Not really. Like, just needs a first place with a, like, 28,000 point gap, right? So...
Yeah, 28,000.
You just need, like, any win, essentially, almost.
Yeah,
you need,
but
like,
then
2 Han win.
We need a big hand, and then and then probably, like, maybe a Mongon buffer for Dennis.
It is tough because you have to end the game at some point, but, like... Yeah, you could potentially get into temporary first with, like, just any 2 Han win when you have a Dora, so that would do it.
You importantly need the 4K buffer to fold out. So probably, like...
Yeah.
6K, what's the point gap right now? 3,000. So like maybe you sumo 26 all, and then you can fold out the next hand, and then try to like gamble. Like
this is also a fast hand from Brian here, who can it has a callable hand this time, can call for Tanyo, and certainly will be if given the chance.
Yeah, it's gonna draw the 3, so could cut the 2 pin.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the discard here.
It's thinking really long.
It's like thinking about a 3-mon just because it overlaps with the 6.
Yeah.
And then like the 2, 4, 5, 6 is better when you can like chi 3 pin.
Yeah. Plus it allows you to extend the Pinzu shape really nicely. Emily here. Ishanten. It's gonna cut the 8-mon, try to head to Sanshoku.
Emily just needs such a big hand. It's gonna
Max
be really
here
tough.
draws a 4-mon. 6-mon's is like a good tile to cut if it wasn't Dora. Oh, it's gonna draw the 3 pin here for Brian. High chance of a Dama Tenpai on 147 later.
Also, just high chance of calling for Tenpai.
Oh, but there's a Tenpai here for Max.
Oh boy.
3 pin fill. Depends on which side he decides to slam on. Probably
just gonna be 5-mon Conchon, I have to imagine. Richi with 4-mon.
Eat.
It's gonna Richi. Could also set up the sushi bait, but it's also 1 cut to
There's only
Shabo.
1 3-mon left.
Oh, it's gonna take the Shabo.
Oh, does go for it.
Brian's Tenpai here. Brian's gonna slide a 147 pin.
Wants to be able to win on the 1 pin, so just goes for the full Richi. Doesn't see any of the 1 pin, so really doesn't want to be able to have no Yaku on 1 pin. And this is like definitely just Brian's style. Just like, if I have a Tenpai, I'm just gonna Richi it. I'm not gonna like mess around with Dama and have like no Yaku weights.
Yeah. Dreamon is currently 1 cut. There's Genbitsu plus Suji to the dealer. 4-mon is 2 in the wall. So there's 3 left for Max. Meanwhile, 147 pin's actually not as good as you think it is. There's only one pin.
You can potentially see a con to deny the this deal in here from dealer.
Yeah, Max also... No!
This 5-mon came out.
Could have
Just needed
sumoed.
to greed the Dora.
It was probably agreed, but still not over yet.
This is.
It's gonna be the
that
dealer here
was-
for Brian!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ricci? Only Ricci.
Just Ricci only.
It's gonna be now first place now for Max. He's temporarily first. Has the 28,000 buffer. And needs to keep winning here because taking no 10 is not enough here.
So
So
Brian just needs to drop Max into second, which
needs to
is
sumo.
only 700 points up. So just needs basically like a
1,000, 2,000.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah,
That wouldn't
713.
quite be
713
enough,
is
would it?
not enough. So it needs 1, 2. It needs a minimum 300.
That'd be a 5,000 point with the home, but that might be because that'd be a pretty big swing. Like what's the gap here?
Well, the home butt doesn't matter on sumo because it doesn't.
No, I'm just thinking about like from even if because you could potentially make even if Max stays first, could potentially just get within the gap.
No,
Needs to be-
they're currently 33,600 and it's 28,000, so 6,000.
Yeah, only needs to make up like 5,300. So like
Yeah.
that 4K Sumo does that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Max still needs to continue winning the hand. If the sumo 5 mod would have been preferable, because this would have just been high priority from here. But I mean, Max is currently East Shanten. Probably wants to slam immediately whenever Tenpai possible. Brian doesn't have much to work with. Meanwhile, across Dennis, his Bimon sumo condition still really hasn't changed. He doesn't need the Ricci stick anymore, at least. But... Oh, this is Tenpai here. We're gonna probably slam. Most likely.
Or so Kanchan.
I mean, we probably just slam for pressure. Doesn't want to slam yet.
Dama.
Well, it's gonna Dama. Maybe probably wait for like 1 so or 2 so. Even 6 so is preferable. We could break here, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, that is an insane Pinsy shape.
Yeah, he's
And it
gonna
does
break. It's gonna start with a 3 so. Not even think about the Dora draw. It's Tenpai here for Dennis across, but
Or
he doesn't
two.
have.
It's just not enough.
It's not
really.
enough.
Each.
It's just gonna Rishi though.
This
Rishi-
could potentially make. This is really good for Brian if the win is taken.
Oh, but this is Tenpai here. On the 4-7, Max could shove here.
He's gonna shove with a Ricci or shove with Dama. That's the only.
He's not gonna
to
he's not gonna
break?
shove. He's gonna break. He's gonna go nice with Suji.
Okay.
Oh, could it be melee plus Rond? Or at least end
break?
the hand?
I don't know about break. You're just gonna lose if there's any Tsumo, or you're gonna lose at Ryukyoku. I guess it's trying to find a way into a different Tenpai.
This is 1 for
Okay,
7
well
here.
this is the different Tenpai.
We're
Here we
just
go.
gonna plainly fold out.
What? Wait. Dude, I don't think this is enough. Like, this is gonna end up second place.
1700 swing. He's gonna lose.
Maybe he can still find a different Tenpai, but the 6-0 was like is like signaling fold. This could potentially be a disaster.
He didn't think like hard enough about this, right? Like
I think he does. I think he might have just messed up the difference to Brian and thought was
because
safer than it was.
he needs the placement right now. This is not
Yeah, it's
enough.
maybe off by 10 or something in his calculations. And there's Sumo. This would just secure second.
This is also
but
just
I don't
not
really
enough.
know what.
It needs to
Yeah,
pass.
it's definitely just not enough. I don't.
And he's
Okay,
just
it does
gonna
take Sumo.
Like-
This is like even if Ura 2, I don't think this gets. Wait, maybe Ura 2 does something. Wait, Ura 1. Okay, Honeyman. Is Honeyman enough actually? This is really close.
I don't think it is.
What is the difference? Plus 60. Plus 68, 69, 69 and 1?
66.3. 66.3. It's the gap. So 47.7.
And that's enough. That was
Oh, that's
69.1. That was
69.1.
enough.
All right, let's go.
That was it. Okay, Honeyman Sumo was enough because the deal-in from Brian the round before paid like a full 1,000 points, and then gets the Hanuman sumo.
Wait, so Dennis is literally the
So
GOAT!
Dennis went.
Dennis is the GOAT!
Wow. Nice job, Dennis, with the Hanuman sumo.
Max there, breaking Tenpai, not challenging, and then even if he didn't sumo, he was never gonna win from there.
Yeah, that was a pretty tragic mistake for Max.
Yeah, and even it's not even about where he reaches or not. He just needs to take Tenpai there.
Yeah.
This is actually huge. Dennis here, 18 points, and he's gonna secure a spawn to WRC.
What a huge Earth flip.
That was
The
huge.
Hanuman sumo got there. What a hand.
Arin, I would always miss there every single time. This is actually so huge for Brian, and Dennis. Or Dennis. I mean, Brian there, unfortunately, just needed a little bit more.
It took the fight in all with the 147 weight, but didn't quite get there.
I mean, to be fair, that one didn't make that much of a difference, I believe, or does it?
Oh,
no,
it definitely made a huge difference.
Oh yeah, it was. It's 3,000 points exactly.
Yeah, and that was like minus 5,000 points that round.
Yeah, we are currently waiting to get an interview with one of the players. Unfortunately, we already interviewed the winner, so he's gonna have to go on the main broadcast side. If you want to see the winner's interview, please head over to the WRC YouTube channel. Yeah, huge win for Dennis. And Dennis is also like B1 in Armor right now, so it's not like bad at whatsoever. And I believe like Dennis, like if he gets an extra promotion seat, will also be going to A2 next season. So I think we'll be probably catching him on stream. Yeah, we're currently waiting for an interview. Trying to get someone, but that was actually so huge. We were talking about how hard it was for Dennis, but Dennis is showing us why he's just that much better than all of us. I mean, that's actually so insane. He also did his calculations very well. And then, I mean, you probably just take the sumo there, because all you need to hit is just Uro 1 for the Hanuman. But, yeah. It's crazy end overall. Huge win from Dennis. And, unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't get him again, but... I mean, any impressions on that Hanchan whatsoever? Because, like, looking such a tight match until, like, up to South.
I feel so bad for Max. He's going to be kicking himself.
Yeah. Well, it still wasn't even guaranteed for Max, which is the worst part. Because he wins that... Like, let's say he reaches Ipotsu's Pinfu, he's still, like... I guess it's harder for Dennis to come back.
Yeah. All right. Well, we were joined by Brian here, who was so close to securing your second WRC seat. I know you must be torn up. You could have had the double seat, but you have to settle for one.
Of course.
Hey, Brian. So,
Hi.
how is that? How did you feel going into the first or second Hanchan? How are you going, or into the series whatsoever? Like, were you confident?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, after the first Hanjong, I had a pretty big advantage over everyone else. So, and then the second Hanjong, like during the East round, there wasn't much point. There wasn't much point difference between like all four players. So it was basically the ideal situation for me, because my position at that point, which was Emily, was like 32.1 points behind me. So she needed like the most doable condition for her would be like 2 placements plus something like a 12.1 point difference. Right. So when Emily dealt into that 12K from Dennis, I thought I basically won at that point, because the other two players were a lot farther off, especially Dennis. I actually didn't mind like Dennis winning more as a dealer because he was so much farther behind. But I guess it did ended up mattering in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, echo.
Yeah, and then in South 4, I guess, I didn't really have a lot of fighting hands. The only fighting hand I had was the one for 7-pin Tenpai, and I think I just had to slam that because Max was already... If Max got first there, he basically surpassed me at that point. Right, so I basically have to win the hand, and I can't not reach it because I needed the win rate on 1 pin.
Yeah, you couldn't see any of the 1 pin from like your perspective,
Yeah, exactly.
I think. So it was a lot of your winning tiles there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and even after that deal, and I was like, I think I was 5.3 points behind Max. And then so I either needed Dennis to get first, but the problem is that Dennis is not going to get first unless he has a big hand. Like he's not supposed to get first unless he has a big hand.
Yeah.
Right, because he was also... I need to go over the specific... I forgot the specific numbers, but like he was...
Yeah.
I believe he needed either Hanuman Sumo or
Yeah.
Baimon Ron.
Dennis needed to Hanuman Sumo, and when he reached, he only had Rishi Pin Fedora 2. So he needed Ipaz Ura or Haite conditions to Sumo. So when he sat,
exactly.
he sat on the 5-mon for really long, and he's just probably wondering if he was whether to pass or not, but Ura 1's probably just too good to just not try to gamble, or just try to hit one Ura, like for like a series win.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I mean,
I knew Dennis couldn't really win from me, but my hand was too bad at that point to really do anything. Like the all last hand, I guess, was too bad.
Yeah, it's like actually really wild ride for all of us. I mean, overall, you're still gonna go to WRC even though you did not win this series, and you're looking forward to anything in Japan or at WRC in general.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly looking forward to meeting all the pros and playing with them, I guess.
You're not gonna give us the answer that you answered in the broadcast survey that we gave out?
Oh yeah, I did answer to crush them all. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. You were looking very strong coming into the series. And like honestly into South round, we kind of just thought that, you're just gonna win a few quick hands and then we're just gonna end it there. But then, Dennis and Max just both started winning a lot of hands. And like Emily unfortunately just had to Emily just like dealing in her dealership to try to defend. Like her trying to defend her dealership really just made the game like very close because just all 3 of you can all win, just depending on how it turns out. So I think overall you still played really well. We really enjoyed watching you play. Anything you would like to shout out or anything you'd like to talk about?
I guess it was there was a little bit of confusion, I guess, in what would happen if I won the second seat.
Yeah. So initially we just assumed, a lot of us just assumed it would just go to second place. But later on we found out that even if you won, the seat would go to someone else. Or it would go back to USPML. Your NAO seat would go back to USPML, and then that would just get reallocated somewhere else. But it's not ideal that everyone found out. Like, when did you guys find out? Like at the start of the second Hanchan, or like the start of the series?
It was the start of the second Hanchan, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming in for the interview. I assume you're going to be staying in Armel the following season, or if you're not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so everyone watching, you can catch Brian on the American Richi Mahjong League regular league broadcast. We will try to feature as many players as possible. Brian is often shown once or twice per season. So if you want to watch more of him play, just catch him there. Or if you grind to 9 Dawn Tenho, you can also meet him in queue. But I think that's kind of hard for me. I'm stuck 3 Dawn right now. But thank you so much.
Yeah,
And,
thank you guys for broadcasting.
And I believe that's everything. We're probably not going to get a second person in. So, oops, I didn't set this up properly, but thank you everyone for watching. This World WRC League B-Stream was also held in partnership with American Rishi Mahjong League. That's why we were running today's broadcast. If you want to catch any of our regular Armo broadcasts, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel, or follow our Twitch channel, and just follow our socials as well. So we don't have them here, but we're AmericanRishi.org and various other socials. If you want to join Armo, signups are open June 9th for the summer season. So if you want to play with everyone that you've seen, or most people you've seen there, Max, Brian, and our winner, Dennis, you can try to climb Armo ladder and eventually try to hit the higher leagues to play with your favorite pros or favorite players that you saw today. Hopefully some of the, this World WRC is trying to get more pros into their organization. So if you are interested, please stay tuned to any of their news about their organization. And I believe that's all. Just gonna put our socials out there. And yep, thank you everyone for watching. This was a pretty short broadcast overall, so only 3-ish hours. We'll have to watch a really exciting match. And Dennis got 10 from both first and second sets for a first overall. Alright. Thank you for watching everyone, and please catch us next time on our regular season broadcast, most likely the 2 Wednesdays from now. Thank you.